And we are live.
Yeah. Can't focus.
Yes,
Yo,
indeed. What up, world? It's a Can't Focus podcast where we focus on everything and nothing at the same time. I go by the name of Alive. You can find me at Alive Raps.
What up? It's your boy Kano at Kano Music.
and what it is, what it do, what it be like, what's good, what's hood. It's your boy Martin Hopeful. You can find me at Martin Hopeful.
All right, we gonna kick it off like this. Listen, we this podcast right here. We was at the forefront. We was front lining the Drake Kendrick battle. We was there when J. Cole dropped the 7-minute joint. Remember, I was in Puerto Rico. We was in the pod. I got off. The joint came out, and then y'all reacted to it live. The same moment it came out. Somebody got a guest right now in this joint. It's crazy. Oh man, listen, Murphy's Law. Everything that can go wrong will go wrong. Don't forget that. Don't let that one go over your head. Um, listen. So J. Cole drops a record, Port Antonio, where he addresses the backlash he got for stepping out of the beef. Because if you remember, once the beef really kicked off, Dreamville Fest happens, J. Cole gets on stage and he says, I want no parts of this beef. I'm in it for the sport. I'm in it for the lyrical fun of it. I'm not in here for the bloodshed. I'm not in here for the blood. For all of that. Drops Puerto Antonio. A few people have a few opinions on it, For one, we got our trusty podcaster, journalist extraordinaire, XMC, lyricist, listens to everything with a lyricist ear, Joe Budden, hip-hop purist, has one of the most popular podcasts in the world. That is what he got to say. Let me read that real quick. It says, Joe Budden goes off on J. Cole for dropping his new song, Puerto Antonio, explaining why he backed out of beef with Kendrick. Quote, I hate this soft hip-hop-ish. Before we get into that, Melissa, what up? Hey guys, how are you? YouTube been acting weird since the last time I tuned in. I've not gotten notifications of your lives. I recently unsubscribed and subscribed. Wow, okay. YouTube hating. All right. If you're not getting notifications, guys, Melissa gave you the cheat code. You gotta subscribe or unsubscribe, press the notification bell. I think we getting shadow banned out here. You know what I mean? It's a one-man show tonight.
Unsubscribe, resubscribe, unsubscribe again on a Tuesday night, and then hit the bell icon.
Yeah. It says Tuesday night there? No, don't.
Nah, I was joking.
All right, play what Joe Budden said.
Is what Cole is saying.
Yeah, but that's my problem. What do you mean you finally free? That dismisses all accountability from the part that he has played.
That's true.
In the Big Three debacle.
I agree with that.
What do you mean you finally free as if you never wanted parts of the Big Three conversation? That is a load of crap. And I'm not going to let you niggas just piss on me and tell me it's raining. Get the fuck out of here.
He could have wanted parts of that and then saw where it was.
What J. Cole
is what Cole is saying.
Yeah, but that's my problem.
All
what do you mean you finally free?
So that's the only video they have, right?
Oh, and they say, I don't want to deal with this shit.
Nah, isn't that another video?
Y'all can have that shit. Y'all can have all that Big Three shit.
Or to be honest, then go sit your ass over there with Sunshine Anderson and the rest of the people that changed their mind.
Yes, nigga.
Don't pop back up and say, if I woulda, I coulda, but then I would have lost. Nigga, no. Not over dead presidents. That's where I agree with Parks. You ever heard dead presidents? The nigga was holding his man's hand at the hospital bed, saying, I'm going to kill them.
Oh, and they say, I don't want to deal with this shit no more. Y'all can have that shit. Y'all can have all that Big Three shit.
Or to be honest, then go sit your ass over there with Sunshine Anderson.
No. Yo. Hold on. Joey.
Don't back up and say,
Joey.
I woulda, I coulda.
Pause that. Hold up. What's up with the Sunshine Anderson slander, yo? She got one hit. That joint was fire. Remember heard it all before? Sunshine Anderson?
Nah.
I got
Heard it all before.
Okay, sing it for us.
Something.
Yeah,
I had to shut you down.
Yo, for someone off the
Look who's
off the top of the head like that. He got the melody all right.
I have to shut you down. Down. I have to shut you down.
You remember that?
Wow, that's crazy.
Hold up.
Tapping my shoulder, thinking you gon' get you some, smelling like some fragrance that I don't need.
He got the cadence down, bruh. Oh, I gotta get this. It's coming up soon.
Lies ain't working now.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. You better get a copyright strike though. Thank you.
Oh, my bad. Nah, but you know what? That's one of them joints for me that was so huge when it came out, but it's like forgotten unless you was there. Like it shows you how important like keeping history alive is, right? Like we know how important like an old boy from Cameron was, right? Or we know how important like Music Soul Child was at the time. But that Sunshine Anderson joint just gets lost in the wind, bro. And that joint was anyway, can't focus. Can't focus. You know what I mean? Just say one word and I'm off the rails, man. How do we feel about what Joe Budden said?
I have a lot of things to say about that verse. Among them, I mean, he has his right to talk about it. I don't know why Joe Budden going off the way he is though. That's probably one of the only things that I'm not really agreeing with is that he's explaining why he backed out. What's wrong with that? The world needed to know. The Cole fans needed to know. There's a lot of Cole fans that felt like you kind of left them in the wind. Like, yo, I was rooting for you to be the GOAT.
Okay,
and
so
you just bounced. I need to know what happened. And he explained. And I don't while I don't agree with his explanation, he made it his explanation. And the Cole fans like it.
Yeah, I was gonna say so.
Joe Budden on this.
I was gonna say you feel like him being one of the big three, the original big three. Being one of the guys who's caught up in the mix, having, one of the three guys who fired shots in his. You think he has a right? He has a right to give you his perspective on it all.
Yeah, he has his right. Here's where I'm mad at Joe. I'm not mad at Joe Budden. Where I disagree with Joe Budden is, he should like he's making it seem like he shouldn't have said something. Right. But in my mind, I'm thinking he needs to say something. Now, where I do agree with Joe Budden is you was like I don't care what you say, Cole. You was out here saying you the best out of the big three. I'm the best. You was throwing shots. You was throwing shots. The company man said something like this, and I meant to send this to y'all. But he's acting like he wasn't sending shots for decades to these guys.
Was
Just
he?
like how they were sending shots to each other.
Was
and
he
then all of a sudden, all of that stuff is null and void? Get out of here.
Was J. Cole sending shots for a beef that got as ugly as the Drake and Kendrick beef did? Or was he sending shots for lyrical supremacy? Because there's a difference. There's a difference here.
I guess you got a point there too.
If I want to be, hey, hold on, let me get Joe's opinion because I got one. And then...
Give me another second.
All right, so let him gather his thoughts real quick. Listen, this is my opinion on Joe Budden's opinion. Okay, I feel like, and we make content, guys. Pull the wool behind the screens. That's not like the curtain is what I meant to say. You put the curtain aside from you know what I'm saying? You give everybody a backstage look, right? You have to make opinions that count. We talk about this all the time. Strong opinions that get people to talk. You can't be regular. You can't have the same opinion as everyone else, so no one's gonna listen. So I feel like, listen, Joe Budden, that gotta be one of those opinions where it was formulated with the intent to get people to talk. Because I have a hard time believing And this isn't a shot at Joe Budden. Listen, I swear I have no problem with Joe Budden. I am a Joe Budden fan. And the only reason I know these examples is because I'm a Joe Budden fan. So there's no way in life I believe that the man that dissed G Unit back in the 2000s just threw shots at G Unit over and over and over again. And then when Game came to New York or the East Coast, when Game got to New Jersey with 100,000 Bloods, and Joe Budden was like, no, I was just battling. You know, man, there's no way you want me to believe that guy don't understand what J. Cole is talking about. I don't believe it. And I don't like that. I don't like that disingenuousness.
Sorry.
Yeah? There's no way the guy who got an eye jammy from Raekwon don't understand the difference between we rapping or it's up. Like, there's no way that you don't understand that. And then you can't tell me that it don't go up. Well, you know, we covered the weekend and Drake camp supposedly shooting at each other. Yeah. You got top 5 recently. Top 5 talking about he's Drake's top shooter. He's out on bail for shooting people. Talking about he's Drake's top shooter. You understand the difference between I want to be the best writer. I want to show you I got the best skill versus now you're going to tell everybody about the time I cheated on my wife for all my kids to see. So now I got to put blood in your mouth. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
These are 2 different arenas. And you understand why he bowed out. So when he says, y'all thinking I would have lost the battle, I really would have lost the bro. Bro, you know what he means, man. You know what he means. Stop playing. I think the song was a very mature take. Couldn't be me. I'm willing to die over this rap stuff. Like, couldn't be me. I'm the best, and if you don't like it, we could die. We could die behind it, especially if I got millions of dollars. I'm sending some Albanians for you, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I think it's for the betterment of everyone that you didn't get rich, bro. I think
it is. It is. You guys fresh off the boat. So Venezuelans coming right for you, bro. And they gonna eat your cats right after they done.
Wow.
Forget the dogs. So I had to kind of listen to it because being that I'm playing it from Google Chrome, I'm hearing it double. And I'm trying to figure out how not to do that, but I can't make out everything that's being said. So I'm trying to listen to it after I play it on the side. Anyway, I think this is one of those situations where Joe Budden is really on, like, he brings up, if I'm not mistaken, he brought up Dead Presidents just now, right?
Yeah, because it's the Dead President sample.
Right. Oh, okay. Not over Dead Presidents. Oh, okay. I just feel like he is very much on his old head tip, you know, and I understand that a lot of people still feel this way. It's very convenient because I think this is the same dude that would be like, you know, all the kids in Chicago are killing each other, right? But then turn around and be like, I'm tired of this hip hop, this soft hip hop stuff type of thing, you know. I still think that Cole made the best decision at that time within his own morals.
Let's be clear.
All of that.
Let's be clear.
What he was told, you know what I mean?
Let's be clear. The day that he bowed out of the beef, Schoolboy Q was at Dreamville, like at the festival.
Right.
If you know, and I'm not saying this would happen. I'm not trying to disrespect anyone. This is a hypothetical. If, let's say, Cole had the numbers or had the drop on Q, and somebody in Q's team, God forbid, got hurt or got unalived, right? Joe Budden gonna be the first one to tell you how stupid that is. He'll be the first one to tell you how dumb that is. You know, to your point. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that could have very well been a thing that happened. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Depending on camps. Like, it's not out of this world. We see now that CMG put $50,000 on Young Dolph's head. I'm sorry, not CMG, the brother, the brother that passed away, the Yo Gotti's brother. He put 100,000, my bad. 100,000 on Young Dolph's head, 50,000 on Key Glock's head. You know what I'm saying? Different camp. This could have went a whole different way.
Right.
And now you're gonna say that's not worth it, but sometimes that's what comes with this.
Yeah.
And if you know that, if you moving and you know who you dealing with, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get out the way. I'm here for rapping.
I feel like if he's on some like getting word that this is gonna be like oh my gosh, Snoop Dogg and Kai Cenat doing a T-Mobile commercial. I'm sorry. Like if this is the
Y'all got
information
his
that he's
favorites,
getting,
don't he?
Indeed. This is like if you're going based off of what you're being told that this is actually gonna get ugly. I'm trying to take his career. I'm trying to put him out there as a PD file. Like this ain't some like rap. I'll rip you on a track type of thing. Like it's not like that. This isn't that.
We passed the rap Olympics.
Right, exactly. If you're getting word that that's what that's gonna look like, then maybe this is that situation where it's like for the betterment of me, my fam, and my team, I'm stepping out. I'm bowing out because this is not something for me. And I think that I agree with you. I think it was a mature response, and also he's acting like, what is really annoying me, is that you can't act like he made an entire song responding to it. It's not the song. He takes a minute out of 5 minutes to respond to this whole thing, which he was, people were, like dragging his name.
No, which
when this joint started.
To Martin's point, his fans wanted his perspective.
Exactly. Yeah.
He has that right. Matter of fact, maybe he's not even talking to us. Maybe he's not talking to Joe Budden. He's talking to the cold world people.
Yeah.
Maybe we listening on a private conversation.
That's a good point. Yeah. That's a really good point. Yeah, you're absolutely right. And I think that he knew he probably had to do this at some point. Yeah, that's the other thing. Hold up. You can't walk away from this without saying anything. There's not. How can you continue? He dropped a few songs and stuff, some singles along the way, but the type of connection that he has with his fans also is a very personal one.
And I prefer the Cole way versus like the Meek Mill way, which is like, okay, people were saying stuff, I'm gonna put it in a record. Versus Meek Mill, who's gonna give you 15 tweets of I really like girls, man.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know, but when I get a new girl, women. Ask her.
I've never been gay. I never thought about gay. I don't even know what gay is.
I'm hiring a private investigator to see why y'all think I'm gay.
I gotta find the evidence, the clues.
Why would they think I'm gay?
And J. Cole puts it in rhymes.
Yeah, exactly. And he don't make a big deal out of it. He don't make like a whole thing about it, dude. Like, so that's why I'm saying like Budden is completely the guy who's crying on camera after getting beat up. Like please sit down, Joe. Just sit down, dude. Like you're screaming over a minute, which he had to say something about at some point. This is overly dramatic on another level, and I really do feel like this could be a bit of old head syndrome, and essentially hypocrisy, Something's gonna get ugly, but I step out, and then you call me soft for stepping out of something that's gonna get ugly. But when it gets ugly, really ugly, and leads to death, then it's like, oh, pray for the family. It's kind of like what Kendrick said on Euphoria.
Facts. If you're not gonna be there with me busting guns, you can't tell me when I decided to put mine down.
100%.
Speaking of, you say he don't make a big deal. He don't really talk about it. I think it's because we do. We as like the consumers do, because we have another video talking about this record. Another established artist. This one from the West Coast. Artist turned podcaster. That's the wave now, right? Rappers turn podcasters.
Yeah, look at us.
Oh man. Rapper Glasses Malone says Kendrick perceives J. Cole's Port Antonio song as a diss. Says that was cornball-ish. Oh man, they mad. They mad at the young Jermaine, man.
Yo, all right, I'm gonna just play this and save my comments for after. Again, give me a second though, because I'm gonna have to listen back to this.
I think Dot might perceive this Cole song as a diss. As a diss. I know him because I know how I'm taking it. And one thing I can tell you, we take shit the same.
Hey.
He see it like I see it. We both know that's some old cornball ass shit. You did all this old punk ass shit. And he let you go, and then you come back trying to pop it like you want, nigga. You not like that, bro. You not like that. Don't try to put vinegar in your pen now, bro. You had a chance and you didn't want it. So don't try to come back and redirect the narrative and make us think that you some kind of, because you ain't that. That ain't what you is. David Jones, thank you for that $10. Cole can rap his ass off, but it doesn't matter if the message is trash. Facts. He only stands on disses when punching down like mumble rappers or Kanye while he's already getting dog pal. David Jones, I'm glad I am not the only person that sees it. Spot, thank you for this 5. How do you think Dot might perceive this Cole song? As a diss.
As a diss.
It's looped. It's looping.
That should be like an audio clip.
We should clip that for us, right?
That should be like on TikTok or something. As a diss.
Let me pose a question here, man. Is it possible that if we gauge your reaction, we could correlate it with your level of maturity to this record? Because if you heard that record and you heard a diss, you just want to fight all the time. I feel like you go to restaurants and you ask for like a medium rare and you get it well done and you be like, "Hey, yo, Kai, that was disrespectful, homie." You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
I can see it though.
As a diss?
I can see yeah, a little bit. I can see people taking it that way if you're not listening to it intuitively and really understand the whole thing. And why he had to express what he expressed. But there's like certain lines that Cole said where it sounded like he's saying that both Drake and Kendrick did this beef not because they have some deep-rooted issue going on, but it sounded like you're doing it for money and for clicks. And I'm not about that. That's not my brand. So that's part of the reason why I split away from this, because it's not my brand. I'm not about the clicks. I'm not about the money. I'm not about the blood. I'm not for the blood, right? Somebody like Kendrick, right? And I'm not in the mind of any of these rappers when they put pen to pad what they're doing, right? I have no idea what they're thinking. So they very well could be about money and clicks or whatever. But in my assumption, and in the way that Kendrick was going at Drake, and the way Drake was going at Kendrick, it didn't seem like it has anything to do. Oh, okay. Had anything to do with about money or clicks or getting, whatever, getting richer in the end of it. Although they probably have gotten richer, right? But that wasn't the point, right? Like, I think like when you hear that, you can misinterpret it as him talking about like, yo, this is the money. Like, all you care about is the money, and I don't care about the money. But then as Cole continues, he talks about Drake being a bro. I think he says something about how much he respects Kendrick or something like that. So like at the end of the day, and like that metaphor that he used might have been for something completely different at the end of the day. But I could see that coming off as like, yo, what are you talking about? Like, you mad disrespectful. And I think he did say like, I still got the pen to beat the both of y'all. Like, it's like there was like a line where it kind of sounded like he was coming at them again, where it was like, I'm still better than y'all anyway. because I'm the best.
So
I'm J. Cole.
So let me read some of these. This is around where he starts talking. He says, "I hate when raps become like do not disturb stans. Can't knock it if I see it's about to dough. They instigate the effery because it's profitable, but singing stop the violence tunes when dudes in hospitals. I pulled the plug because I seen where that was about to go. They wanted blood, they wanted to make their pockets grow." That's what you was talking about, right?
There we
They
go.
wanted blood, they wanted clicks to make the pockets grow. He said, "They see this fire in my pen and think I'm dodging smoke. I wouldn't have lost the battle, dog. I would have lost a bro. I would have gained a foe. All for what? Just to attain some more? Props from strangers that don't got a clue what I've been aiming for? Since the age of 14, Jermaine is no king. If that means I gotta dig up dirt and pay the whole team of algorithm bot N-words just to sway the whole thing on social media, competing for your favorable memes, to be considered best, the living rest, the weight of both things. I understand the thirst of being first that made them both swing. Protecting legacies so lines cross perhaps regrettably. My friends went to war, I walked away with all their blood on me. Now some will discredit, try to wipe away my pedigree, but please find the dude that's rapping this incredibly. Right there, right? Right there is hey, my pen is better than y'all. Also, I'm not in this for the algorithm bot rap battle.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
So I can see why Glasses Malone might have thought that way, but then you have to explain the Lost to Bro line. You would have to explain the fact of like, yo, like so and to Joe's credit, he spent a whole minute to address this whole thing, because beforehand, the first verse, he's talking about his dream. He's talking about who he like who he wants to be as a rapper, and he says, "That's my decision. I'm gonna do this as an MC. This is what I want to be as an MC." And then on the second verse, he's saying like, "Yeah, if I were to do this, it would negate everything I said on the first verse." That's point blank what he's trying to say. But if you look at it tunnel vision, you would think he's dissing them. But you got to look at the song as a whole.
Yeah, I don't know if Alive wants to give his opinion in here.
My bad. Nah, this is this is what up to everyone in the chat. Listen, if you're new here or if you're returning, please hit the like button. It helps the algorithms to send this live stream out to more people. So we appreciate if you hit the like button right now. Also, if you're new, hit the subscribe and the bell icon. We appreciate you joining us. The only part that I feel like could possibly be interpreted as a diss is this part right here. Since the age of 14, Jermaine is no king. If that means I gotta dig up dirt and pay the whole team of algorithm bot bros just to sway the whole thing on social media, competing for your favorite memes. So of algorithm, if I gotta pay the whole team of algorithm bot dudes just to sway the whole thing. Now, the only reason I thought of Kendrick with that was because correct me if I'm wrong, but wasn't that the narrative that Drake was trying to spin?
I think they both was trying to spin that on each other.
Oh, yeah. They were? Oh, okay.
They both were trying to spin it.
And to be fair, there seems to be evidence that they both use bots.
Oh, okay. So, I don't see this as an outright diss. Nah. All right, I'm not reading that. Yeah, so I feel like I feel like dudes is really like a lot of people are really mad about this. I just don't understand the ferociousness in response to this. It doesn't make sense to me. Like we said before with what Joe Budden said, if you're gonna be the one, if you have an entire fan group that you do like a Dreamville Fest with every year. You have this close relationship to them. Like Cole fans feel like a connection to Cole. Undoubtedly. So I just can't get with this whole like spinned narrative of either you too soft to say something now, or you being corny because you trying to sneak this Kendrick again or whatever. I'm not seeing any of that. This was the only part where I was seeing that, and apparently it's not even about directly only about Kendrick.
But he is also saying nobody can rhyme like him still.
He's always gonna say that. He's always gonna say that. This is the competitive nature of J. Cole. Like
that's Glasses Malone's point. Like you wasn't competitive when it was time to compete.
Because when it was time to compete, we was talking about bloodshed. It wasn't about competition now.
Right. I get that.
You know what I mean? Like that. I don't understand why this is so hard to understand. I think here's the thing. People are looking back on this situation now from how it played out. You know what I mean? The only situation where like we could call out is what we covered with the whole EXO and Weekend situation where there was possibly bloodshed there. You know,
I mean, it's still not over. Like I said, Top 5 was saying that him and Drake going to review every rapper on Not Like Us, and when they get to Toronto, it's going to be an issue for them.
Okay, Top 5. He's really putting it out there, huh?
He's out on bail, baby.
My son don't care about no. He's like, he don't care about nothing. My goodness, but like, look, it could still end up that way. But here's the thing, because it didn't, everyone is like, oh, you saw if you didn't get in it. But here's the thing, though. If you remember when, Meet the Grams came out, right? Like by that point, people, remember the whole narrative was flipped? I think even Joe Budden was saying that this was a smart move for him to back out. Am I wrong? I feel like that's what he had a video saying that.
But I think the thing is that it was smart for him to back out. It didn't make sense for him to make a response to it. Like you already said what you said. Like I feel like the point. I agree with y'all, but I just wanted to be the devil's advocate here, putting out the other point on the other side. You already said what you said when you made that apology that maybe not was an apology, and the Dreamville thing was like wasn't sitting right with my spirit. You said what you said, and we took it like that, and we moved, and that's what it is. We moved on from it. Well, not really moved on. We was like, yo, you a punk for that, but whatever. You know what I mean? Like you gotta take that L, and then you make a song where you make a more detailed reason as to why you didn't come in to this to the beef.
No.
And he made a more detailed record, and then he was like, and it's like, yo, why you come back with this again? And on top of that, you saying, well, if I was on the record and I was beefing with them, I still would have beat all y'all, but I would have lost friends over me winning this beef. You know what I'm saying? He sounds like he sounds kind of like he sounds like a little punk. Like that's what it sounds like. But
in the words of Steak Sandwich,
the point of the matter is
he sounds like a professional pump faker.
Whoops.
Got him.
But so I get. I know that we're doubling down on Glasses Malone and we're doubling down on, but I do understand that other side of things where it was kind of like, because I even felt that way when I heard it. I was like, what? You said this already. Like you said this already, and on top of that, now you add in this whole thing about bots. You add in this whole thing about clicks and blood and money and this, that, and the third. You talking about all this other stuff. It sound like you trying to get froggy right now. Like if you want to jump, let's go. But it's already done.
But I think what John is saying is the truth here, though. Is he can't make records anymore unless he talks about this. Like he got to get sway people to his opinion.
He had to. So why I'm on that side, I do understand the fact that for the Cole fans, for the hip hop fans, for the hip hop fans, we're gonna make this one last record addressing everything, and particularly because they were saying that Cole was gonna beef with Drake, and I think that's what made him shoot it out the gate, because there was like rumors.
Well, he got a bar in here where he says Drake, he's not beefing with Drake on here, right?
Right. He was like, yo, that's my bro. Like, cut that out. Like, I want you to cut this whole rumor out. Like, that is my bro. So so he has to put out something, right? But I also feel for Glasses Malone, where it's like bro, like, and for that narrative of like Cole could have jumped on, could have went and beef with Hez, but he decided to apologize. He could have started with the beef.
You missed it. It's right here. They stripped me of my spot. Now I'm finally free, my ninja. They say I'm picking sides. Don't you lie on me, my ninja. Then start another war. Hey, Drake, always be my ninja.
Yeah. So I'm just saying it's I feel like he was gonna get love and he was gonna get hate regardless of the situation, because the way the verse came out, the way the verse sounds, the verse by itself, like the whole song.
I wish he was more aggressive.
You need to hear the whole song in order for you to understand where Cole's coming from, because the first, like I was telling Kano, the first verse was about Cole's life when he was younger, what made him decide to be the MC that he wants to be. And then the second verse is, if I decided to beef with these cats, then I would be doing the service to the young me that was like, I'm gonna be the MC that I need to be. I feel like essentially that's what he's trying to say for himself, for the Cole fans, for the hip hop fans. And I'm saying it, I'm dead in it. And then if anybody else got anything else to say, I don't care. I'm not saying nothing else on the matter.
But I wish he'd be more aggressive. I wish he could be like, yo, listen, I'm not dissing nobody. But if you took it that way, now I am. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not disrespectful, but if that's how you want to take it, now you and your mother could take it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how we can do it.
So the thing is that, like, I know I just wanted to add something. So I know a lot of people could be like what you said, like, oh, you already said all this, Cole. Why are you speaking up again? You know what I mean? Like, I think that what a lot of people are missing is he's really responding to the response of him backing out. You know, there was the first thing of like, yo, y'all, I'm backing out, right? Then he had a month of just being railroaded, like, you know what I mean? Name dragged through the dirt, you know, you a punk, you a chump, all this stuff, right? And then so this is the response to all of that. This is addressing all of that, basically. That's how I see it. And I mean, I really don't see this as, you know, I feel like it's part of him is like, you know, they wanted fame, they wanted, you know, the clicks, they wanted all of that. Like, I feel like that's that honesty type of thing with him, where it's like, nah, you wanted clicks, but, you know, Drake, you still my man. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like he's able to say both of those things, you know.
But allow me to push back on that. Like,
yeah.
You don't know what you don't know. I don't know.
No, I don't.
Like,
yeah,
not, and I'm not saying you. I'm just saying, Cole, you don't know what was going on when they put pen to pad what they were writing, right? You have no idea. So this could look at, and on top of that, we already know that Schoolboy Q spoke to him about it. We already know that J. Cole spoke with Kendrick on the side, Drake on the side. So he knows, and he's privy to more information than we even know is going on, right? So and none of it came out to be this is for clicks or money. This is a personal beef, right? So now you put this line out, and now it could look to me as, number one, you're assuming, and number two, like, I never said that. Don't put words in my mouth, right? So that's where it's coming from. But I also think that, so Rob Markman did a whole breakdown of this, and I kind of agree where he's coming from. I don't think he's talking about Drake and Cole in these lines.
Kendrick.
I think he's talking about the Joe Buddens, people like us that's making a lot of that. We literally had like over how many people when the Heart Part 6 came out for Drake. Remember that happened?
Over 100 people.
We gained clicks.
Yeah.
We gained money. I mean, well, not money. We gained clicks.
Somebody made money off us.
We got
someone made money.
You know, Academics ended up buying a new Maybach. He had a Maybach just off the killing that he made between Drake and Kendrick beef.
I'm manifesting.
Podcast is making a killing. So he was saying like, yo, I know what this was about, and I'm not trying to feed into that particular portion of it. That's what I think that's about. But other people could assume you coming at Drake and Cole with this joint. What's up? So, that's my 2 cents on it. I think that I feel like Glasses Malone got a point, but but that point is quickly taken away because you're not listening to the song as a whole.
Yeah. I also feel like people playing with Cole now because they feel like they can.
This is also true.
And this is why, when you go to jail, let me not give jail advice. When you go to a new school, here's better advice. When you go to a new school, all right, you have to have 3 fights, okay? The first fight you wait for. Somebody is going to try to play you. You don't want to start the first fight, right? The first fight you wait for, okay? And then you knock that person out. And then the second fight, you kind of got to start with somebody because you gotta let people know you got that dog in you too. Okay? It's acceptable the second time. And then your third fight, you have to remind people. You know what I'm saying? This isn't like real advice. I'm just saying, like in hip hop, I feel like you do need to do that in hip hop though. Like you gotta stay with the, you know what I'm saying? You gotta stay sharp with the sword.
Thanks, Uncle Cano. 3 fights.
You gotta win all of them though. Because if you lose one, you gotta start them all over. You gotta start the whole process over.
I just want to say to Steak Sandwich, while I highly disagree with you, I love the SpongeBob reference, and I want to know that I see you. All right, so
they
well
talking
done.
about the Mets in the chat now.
Yeah, but he called out Weenie Hut Senior.
Let's wrap this up and go
that
to
three
the next topic.
three fight advice is real though, because that was me. That's what happened to me.
You got it. Now, because you can't let nobody play with you. The moment, here's what happens. The moment you have that first incident and you let it slide, everybody who peeped you let it slide. Oh, all right. That's Mr. Let It Slide. You know what I'm saying? So now I can say, you know what? I took it as a diss too, actually. I take it as a diss
too, actually.
And now what you gonna do about it, Mr. Let It Slide?
That's hilarious. I feel like we should end it there.
All right, let's he look at this. This is hilarious. I'm trolling J. Cole. I like his music.
Got a cur out. Cruven.
He got a birthful spur.
Yeah.
Birthful spur.
Oh man. We should actually we should talk about that, how Glorilla is taking over.
Oh man. She's so cute. So adorable. I can't believe Speedy's hitting that, bro.
Wow. Okay.
Sorry, I be forgetting where I'm at sometimes. Now let's move on. Obama. Gotta make change like Obama.
Obama spoke about J. Cole too?
No. We wrapping up with J. Cole. Unless I got the final thoughts on J. Cole.
Nah, I'm good.
All right. So Obama.
I'm the only thing I'll say is that
Obama.
I do agree with y'all. Everyone's testing him, and I wonder where he's gonna go from here. Because I think what everyone is forgetting is that he is one of the greatest lyricists of our time right now.
One more thing people will forget. He got enough money to get you killed.
100%.
Listen.
Yeah, just because J. Cole riding that bike don't mean he don't mean he got other people with the blicky on him.
Yeah, 100%. You don't think he knows shooters? Like, come on, bro.
Diddy blew up Kid Cudi car. He ain't never blow up J. Cole car, and they had a fight.
They actually fought. He put the paws on him. So yeah, but I'm interested in seeing if this.
Jadakiss threw a refrigerator at Diddy.
Nah, I don't think that happened.
Didn't he say that in one of the songs? He said
he wanted to throw a refrigerator at him.
Oh,
I was about to say I've picked up refrigerators. It's not a one-man job,
but it's three of them.
I was thinking, it's probably one of them small refrigerators.
Matter of fact, it was four of them at the time. They had J Hood. Everybody grabbed a corner.
The whole D block picked up that fridge.
The effort to pick up a fridge and throw it though. Get everything out the fridge. All right, you wait there. Unplug the joint. Unplug it.
Yo, hold on.
You hear refrigerator, Diddy, and Jadakiss, and it's like if you don't know rapping, you probably think it's a WWE match.
Yeah, a mini fridge is heavy too. These are throwable objects, y'all. We not.
Nah, yo, if you're really angry, you could probably throw a mini fridge.
But the effort it would take
Not
is
that
the
I know.
mini fridge filled. Is it plugged in? Like, there's so much to think about in that. It's not like you threw a glass that was in your hand or something like that, like a cup. You gotta think about that.
There's a lot of consequences
time
on.
Time out. I seen this man throw like a bar stool.
Who?
You? No, you.
Stop it. No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did when the kid threw the Snapple at us. When we was younger, somebody threw a Snapple at us. You threw like a lamp or so. You was like a crackhead. You threw something crazy, inanimate, and large. Pause.
That is pause for real.
No, I said
what
pause.
are you throwing?
I said pause. It was like a stool, or like no, it was one of them rolly chairs, them little computer chairs. He picked that joint up and yeeted that joint, bro.
What was it in the garbage or something? I just took it. Like
it was
probably in school.
No. We was outside. We was by the McDonald's on Court Street. It was just outside.
It had to be. Yo, man, I've blocked out so much in my life. That's crazy. But that's cool. Not plugged in.
People was there. Anthony was there. Papa was there. Alberta was there. We could ask. We could see what you threw.
Yeah. I need some verification for this that I can't verify with my own mind. But yo, like again, it's not plugged in though. I took something that was conveniently next to me. It took a lot of I'd imagine it took a lot of strength that I don't remember. But a fridge is filled with stuff and plugged in. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, you're right. It got stuff in the fridge.
Yeah, so like this, I didn't pick up a man with a man that was sitting in the chair. You know what I mean? Like, this
all right, let me ask y'all a question, man.
Get out the chair. I need this.
I probably asked this before. I just want to be real quick. I don't want to spend more than 5 minutes on this. There was an interview where Jadakiss and Styles P and Sheek Louch, they talked about Mike Tyson disrespecting Eve one night, and they was in their mind. They was alone. It was just the three of them. And in their mind, they was trying to figure out how they was going to handle Mike Tyson in a little fist fight, right? So it's the three of us, right? How we going about beating up Mike Tyson, yo?
Do we have a chair or a mini fridge?
Nah, it's the three of us.
And there's nothing around us to defend ourselves?
Like this.
It's us in our hands.
If it's us in our hands?
Yeah, are we doomed?
Yeah.
I think so.
No, we might die. There's no. This is Mike Tyson.
The only way I feel like we win is if
it's not Jake Paul.
Is if Papa was there because he has the most experience in boxing.
Steak Sandwich could probably also help us there. He could he got
right. See, this is the only way we're making it. Blunt or sharp objects. They need to be around.
Steak Sandwich got some training.
Oh, okay.
See, but here's what I'm thinking, right? This is my strategy. We might need more than 3 people. So let's put like 5 people in the mix, right? So 2 people got to go for his arms. Okay, we just got to hug his arms. You got to hold him down, okay? And then while we're holding down his arms, The other people
what are you
just
doing? Get off my lawn.
All right, man. Okay. We go to Obama. We can go to Obama.
Oh, why are you hugging me?
I thought
It
this was a fight.
tickles.
You picking up that fridge? What are you doing with
fight.
that fridge?
I thought this was a fight, not a Diddy party.
Why your
Get
Mike?
off my ass.
Why your Mike Tyson sound like Bugsy Siegel? This is a fight, you see.
Yeah, actually, I always felt like he sounded like that though, like for real. Yeah, see, it's like Prohibition with a lisp.
We losing. You heard him? He laughed and he just said, "Oh, I hurt myself." We definitely losing that fight. All right, let's get to Obama, man. Obama, listen, there's an election coming up. There's a Kamala Harris and Donald Trump.
You almost forgot.
And Obama has some things to say about that. Let's get right into it.
All right. A second.
Yeah, see?
Bong, bong, bong. I'm sorry, I got two.
Now, kiss.
How does this look? Okay.
I'm going to go ahead and just speak some truths, if you don't mind. Yes. Because my understanding, based on reports I'm getting from campaigns and communities, is that we have not yet seen the same kinds of energy and turnout in all quarters of our neighborhoods and communities as we saw when I was running. Now, I also want to say that seems to be more pronounced with the brothers. So if you don't mind, just for a second, I'm going to speak to y'all directly and say that when you have a choice that is this clear, when on the one hand you have somebody who grew up like you, knows you, went to college with you, understands the struggles and pain and joy that comes from those experiences, who's had to work harder and do more and overcome and achieves the second highest office in the land and is putting forward concrete proposals to directly address the things that are vital in our neighborhoods and our communities.
Look at the white guy walking away.
To making sure that our mothers, our fathers, our grandparents can afford medicine, and making sure that we are dealing with prices that are too high and rents that are too high, and are committed to making sure that we maintain the Affordable Care Act, so everybody's got health care, and cares about things like education and entrepreneurship in our neighborhoods. And that's on one side. And on the other side, you have someone who has consistently shown disregard, not just for the communities, but for you as a person. And you're thinking about sitting out? But, you know, because of Pookie might be. And you're coming up with all kinds of reasons and excuses. I've got a problem with that because part of it makes me think, I'm speaking to men directly, part of it makes me think that, well, you just aren't feeling the idea of having a woman as president. And you're coming up with other alternatives and other reasons for that. And so now you're thinking about sitting out or even supporting somebody who has a history of denigrating you because you think that's a sign of strength, because that's what being a man is, putting women down. That's not acceptable. That's not, this shouldn't even be a question.
Hi, Mark Barden at Sandy Hook Promise here.
Sorry. I apologize.
All right, how do we feel, yeah?
Y'all go ahead and.
You got to listen to it again.
No, well, maybe.
No, he's talking to me. There's parts of it.
This isn't the first time since they've been campaigning that he's been talking this strongly about Kamala. I don't think so. Like, I feel like he was doing something at a rally too where he spoke about her.
As Lord Jamal would say, Kamala Harris.
Yeah. Is he getting paid for this to do that stuff?
He says no, but I don't know. Who, Obama or Lord Jamar?
I hate you, Obama.
Oh no, I don't think so. I don't think he's gonna pay for that.
Yeah, I feel like he's really going hard for that. I really feel like he's going hard for Kamala. It's great to see him out here doing that, though. It's great to see him utilizing grassroots marketing. It's good to see him out here sharing what he's sharing. I feel like people do have their rights to have apprehensions about Kamala. But like, I feel like it's such a smart move to really have Obama on your side. Like, that's first Black president. This is about to be the second Black president, and she's a woman. It makes sense. It's a smart move on that team's end. I feel like this crew, this Democratic crew, for the Democrats, they've been way better than how they've been with Joe Biden, because I don't know how they were steering the ship with Joe Biden, but they steering the ship really well with Kamala. As far as the content of what he was saying, there's no denying it. I feel like I can't even think of any policies Trump is putting out there. It's like he's flying at the seat of his pants. Like, he's freestyling from the top of the dome certain things. It doesn't even make sense to me. Whereas Kamala really has plans. And I feel like that's what he needed to really hammer down with these guys. And also, he put in that whole thing where it was like, it's probably because she's a woman. I don't know if that's what these guys were really thinking, but it's just a lot of smart marketing happening in that whole video.
I think that's a big part of what's happening for men across the board. I think a lot of Latino men, a lot of Black men, and white men, a lot of men are uncomfortable with the idea of a woman being president. I think that's what happened the first time when Hillary ran. I think a lot of dudes just didn't vote for a woman.
They're getting ahead of it. I feel like they're getting ahead of this. Like, yeah, she's a woman. Like they're really they're really putting it out there and actually making it way more palatable for it to be a woman for these men that feel this way.
Yeah, a lot of those white men that voted for Joe Biden would not have voted for Hillary Clinton because she's a woman. I also feel like, I don't know if y'all got this from that. I felt like my favorite uncle was mad at me. I feel like my favorite uncle was just
that's
me.
that grassroots I was talking about. I agree.
Like, I was like, oh man, I gotta stop making funnies about this. This is serious. But I do think it was a good. I don't know if it's good enough to get people to go out and vote. I think the internet is so different in 2024 than it was in 2008. I think if Obama would have ran in 2024, there might have been, Instagram and Twitter might have told you he wasn't black. You might have had Lord Jamar telling you, his dad isn't even black. He's Kenyan.
Yeah.
Kind of like they do with Kamala. She's not black. Her dad's Jamaican.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that wasn't black. I had no idea. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
But I also feel like basically I agree with everything Martin said. They getting ahead of it. It's very grassroots and it's sometimes you just gotta point everything out how it is, right? And you're like, yo, y'all just don't want to vote for a woman because we looking at two records side by side. They couldn't be more different. And one reflects you better than the other, without a doubt. There is no comparison. You have one who grew up in Oakland when it was predominantly black, who went to an HBCU, who went to one of the Divine Nine. I get you don't got to be black to do all that, but typically black people are the ones who do that.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know where this "she's not black" thing comes from, but cool, let's run with that. She's definitely not white. Why are you voting for the white guy? Like she's definitely not white, and not just any white guy. The white guy whose dad and him had lawsuits for racist practices in real estate. The white guy who, the Central Park Five, who was later exonerated, was calling for the death penalty for them. We talking about that guy? It's a little different, man. And I know people say, "Oh, he's not racist." I didn't say he was racist. I'm not going to sit there and put that blanket on people who don't deserve it. But I will say this: he definitely calls white supremacists good people way, way more often than a non-racist would. I think. I don't know.
Stand back and stand by.
That's my 2 cents.
I really feel like I'm glad he did this, and it definitely is something that I feel like it's something that I've been feeling, not just among men in general. You know what I mean? What gets the highlights though is on social media and stuff is the response from black men about Kamala. So, I just feel like there's this sense of like all of the arguments, like we're gonna get into Lord Jamar, right? But like the arguments that he brings up against her, again for Trump, he's like, oh yeah, he said that, but he said that tongue in cheek. You know what I mean? That's what he said. But then it's like every little thing that she has said, everything gets scrutinized on her side. But on his side, oh, that was tongue in cheek. We give him the benefit of the doubt. On her side, there's a whole lot of comments that are being made that are specific to her gender. That it's just specific to her being a woman. Let's face it, women are emotional at the fountain. Like all of these, and it's a lot of old heads too.
Ruining the Lord Jamar video, man.
I'm sorry. Should we go to that now?
I think we should. Can you do me a favor though? Can you take important pauses so we're not watching it all the way through? So like you pause in a minute or 2 minute mark, or when he says something crazy, you want to pause. You know what I'm saying?
Got you. Yeah, no, I appreciate you saying that because it's hard for me to control that and see y'all at the same time because of the two things.
You can listen to us though.
Yeah,
I only say that because I do. That's the same thing for me. I can't see y'all if I'm on the other screen.
No, but I'm hearing double. So it's like two vocals, and then so y'all get drowned out.
Even when you pause it?
Oh no. That's what I'm saying. Like pausing.
Yeah.
Pause. Yeah. That's why I'm glad you said that. Anyway, let's go.
How long is this video?
14.
Are you into politics?
Yes.
Kamala, how you feel about her?
Full screen.
I'm not fucking with her.
Full screen?
Yeah. Start it over.
No.
Start it over. Start it over.
Are you into politics?
Yes.
Kamala, how you feel about her?
I'm not fucking with her. Her and the fucking and the Ganji she wrote in on, god damn it. She's insulting to black people. First of all, she's not black. Okay. And when I say black, I mean like a foundational black American, somebody that grew up with black American culture. Okay. She does not understand us, regardless if she went to Howard and became an AKA. You know, plenty of white people go to Howard, Chinese people. You don't have to be black to go to a fucking HBCU, and that does not make you black. Her circle of friends was not black. She's being disingenuous by even calling herself Kamala Harris. Her last name is Emhoff, okay? She's married to a man named Emhoff.
Pause that.
That's her last.
That's not her last name. I don't know why Lord Jamar doesn't know that you could get married and not have to take last names. I can't hear you.
Yeah. That's what I was gonna say too. Like, my mother has a hyphenated last name. You know what I mean? It's not all. Yeah, and also your maiden name doesn't define your, like, she was born Harris. You know what I mean? Like, what did the maiden name change her race?
Born again.
Like, I don't understand what. That's what I'm talking about, bro. He sounds so. Right. And he sounds mad gatekeeping too. Like you're the one.
I just wanted to say that just fact checked. That's not her last name. She already had a career as an attorney. She knew she was going to pursue politics, so she kept her last name. It was a brand decision. It wasn't like a race decision. It was they already know my record as Kamala Harris. They already know who I am as an attorney.
Bro, my mother was a teacher. She had mad documents in her last name. That's why she got it hyphenated. Imagine if you're the attorney general, the motivation to keep your last name.
A lot of
actors and actresses do it all the time.
A lot of women whose career is defined by name recognition keep their name because they've built that name. That's like if Donald Trump was to marry a woman and take her last name. Like it would mess up.
Right.
The brand. He's Donald Trump. Imagine now he's like Donald Sanchez. He's not the same person.
Yeah. No, exactly. What Steak Sandwich say here is like so true to me. Like he's a boomer. These old heads need to move on. They really do. They need to go on an island somewhere together and stay there.
Let's keep going real quick.
And I love all you old heads, but you annoy me sometimes. All right.
Name. Why are you not leading with that? I'll tell you why. Because you want to fucking pretend that you're black, but to get the black vote. Okay. I knew what they were going to do with her the minute they brought her in. I said, oh, they brought a female Obama in. She looks like Obama. You know, she got the same phonetics Obama, Kamala. Like, it's the same. They tried to do the same, but she fell short because
I can't.
I
heard this.
I like how he puts the rhyme scheme and the syllables in there. You know what I'm
saying? Yo, the conspiracy theory is real here. Like,
I ain't gonna lie.
Phonetically the same.
I ain't gonna lie. When I can see why Grand Poobah left him. I can see why Grand Poobah left the brand new Beers. I get why he wanted to go solo because he had to listen to this dude talk.
I don't understand why he didn't want to talk to you anymore.
That's the spin. You know, we gotta count these syllables, make sure the bars are are right there within the snare. You feel
Yo,
me?
it's this type of ignorance that makes
Unfortunately,
me agree with what John is saying here. How do we let people like him have a place to speak? Why do we give him a
unfortunately, if you look
platform?
at the comments, a lot of people agree with him. So you gotta shed some light on
So
this.
that's the sick part about it. When I was scrolling through the comments, yo, a lot of them agree with him, and it's a sick ignorance that people have.
Let's try to get through this.
She's not the same type of orator that this guy is. She's a diggy broad. She cackles all the fucking time. She lies. She doesn't answer a fucking question. Not once in that debate did she answer anything that was asked of her. So she thinks that we are stupid and that we are just going to vote for her off of identity politics. I'm sorry, sir, but we know that women are emotional by nature. Like, let's just keep it real. All of this trying to make history and all of this type of shit is some bullshit. We don't need a woman. When's the last time you had a beef or you saw a gang of dudes going into war and they had a woman in the front leading them?
Stop him. Stop him.
That's retarded.
Stop him. Real quick.
This is
We
so
have
ignorant.
had
Yes.
queens throughout history.
Yes, thank
we
you,
have had
please.
empresses throughout history.
Yes.
The president
Yes.
of Mexico right now is a woman.
Yes.
Meghan Markle led Germany. We are behind the time. I don't maybe pick up a book.
Yeah,
Pick up a
100%,
book.
bro. And it's not like we haven't had like female generals in war and things like that. Like, can you stop already?
Also,
Like, this is
but shout out
ridiculous.
to Steak Sandwich. It's not like she's going into war like Genghis Khan.
Right.
She's not coming through on a horse.
What is he thinking? Where is he? Where are you mentally, bro? I don't get this. You think you're gonna be riding on a horse behind this woman? Is that what you think? With a sword in your hand?
I ain't gonna hold you. I don't
sounding
really
a trumpet.
I ain't trying to make accusations. I ain't gonna put this on you. But like if it came out, he hits women, I wouldn't be like, oh my goodness, I can't
wouldn't be
believe it.
surprised. I would not be surprised. Like what's his name? Who was the dude that was like she need to get in the kitchen or something like that? Like we talked about him months ago. The dude that came out, he was saying basically the same thing.
Charleston.
Yes,
White, I think his name was.
It's like the same rhetoric, bro, and they're like around the same age. Oh, irritating. Marn, were you gonna say something? I'm sorry.
I was about to play devil's advocate again.
You better stop.
No,
You
let
better
him go.
stop.
Let him go.
Nah,
Let him go.
go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah, all right, go ahead. Do it. This is crazy.
I'm good, bro. Let me see. I have to see what else he had to. When we at the 2-minute mark, I just have to hear what else he had to say. I feel like a lot of stuff he says is hogwash, like you guys are saying. It's crazy. It's trash.
You wouldn't bring a female shooter with you to the beach.
There is a yo. As long as she know how to get the scope. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, so there. I've kind of think I've been vocal on the podcast and with y'all about how I feel Kamala uses her race. I've always spoke about that.
The identity politics type of thing.
I feel like although Lord Jamar is saying it in a very derogatory and horrible way, like I wouldn't say it in that way, but there is something to say on the fact that there's the stuff that we hardly even knew about her, and then there's like I said, there's these videos that pop up, whether they're old or new is kind of weird. But I've always felt like, yo, you was talking about, and I bet she's gonna talk about, because I see it, collard greens and Tupac. Not even a Tupac line, the collard greens line. I said this in the podcast before. She said that she washes collard greens in a tub, right? As a black person in general, we're looking at you crazy for that. Crazy. For that alone. And it's like you already don't know what black people are really talking about if you washing collard greens in the tub, right? You are, and on top of that, you're not even black like from the South black. You're Jamaican, bro. I never met a Jamaican that makes collard greens a day in my life. So in my mind,
can I just push back?
She utilizes these things, and it's a strategy. I'm not knocking the fact that Kamala is she's black. This guy's wrong, 110%. She's black. I just don't want her to use that as a means, like identity politics and pandering in any way, shape, or form. I'm set on it. I even watched the useful charts. There's useful charts on YouTube. They did literally a genealogy of Kamala's timeline of Kamala's life, like from since way back when, because Candace Owens put out like a birth certificate issue or something like that she's not really black, like trying to make proof that she's not really black, which was crazy. So there's a whole useful charts episode just based off of her her race.
Yeah,
and
she's 110% channel makes a chart about
black.
Everything.
I want to push back. I want to push back on one thing you said. I completely agree with the tub thing. I think you're right. I think that was a misstep. You not in group chats if you don't understand that is something we joke about white people for. I'm not even black, but I've been in these chats where there's something we joke about white people for all the time. Is how unsanitary they are with their food. They don't even clean their chicken. You know what I mean? Like they don't even do that. They don't understand why you would put a little rub on the chicken with the vinegar and the lemon. They don't know none of that.
They walk in the street barefoot.
Now, I'd never ever in my life ever heard any black person say they was cooking in their tub. Never ever. Like that wouldn't happen. However, she is Jamaican, and I get that collard greens are traditionally a Jamaican dish, but she did grow up in Oakland. So like you can cook other dishes as you get older. If everybody around you like collard greens, you can learn how to make collard greens.
I get you. I get where you're coming from, but she said that she learned it from her aunt and stuff like that. So I don't think I don't know. I mean, like maybe the aunt was already in Cali, and maybe she's like, let's show this new way of cooking. But I doubt that, especially a Jamaican, is going to be like, yo, look at this tub right here. And,
so I always I wonder, could it be that because she was washing it, she claimed to have washed the collard greens in the tub, right?
Nobody washing the collard. I'm telling nobody would.
No. Yeah, I know. But what if it? No. I understand. But what if it's in the pan, in the
that's not happening.
You
understand?
I agree.
Do you know what would happen at the dinner table?
Because it was so much.
Do you understand what would happen at the dinner table if I told all of y'all that I just washed the food y'all eating in the tub? Do you understand what would happen?
I'm being facetious right now. I am not. I do not agree with this. And yeah, I do think that Kamala does play identity politics. I've been vocal on the pod that I'm not the biggest fan of her.
This guy right here,
he's
wilding. He's wilding. Before you continue, he's wilding. Like he's wilding out. I'm not. There's no way in
me or Lord Jamar
that I'm agreeing with Lord Jamar.
Oh gosh,
any of the stuff that he's saying. I disagree. I'm just saying that this little piece, the identity politics piece, there's no the lies are a little.
I think it speaks to. I think it does. What he's saying does speak to people who, like you, might feel that identity politics very much so, that pandering type of aspect to her, which has been unfortunately a part of her campaign. You know what I mean? The whole jazz records thing when she walked out the shop and all that stuff, like, so I just feel like
she did that before she ran for president.
You're absolutely right.
But
but someone could say that she's been pandering. Yeah. She's been pandering for a minute. Like,
She could like John Coltrane too, y'all. Like, it isn't crazy that a woman in her 50s like John Coltrane.
That's why I didn't bring it up, because when I brought it up to you, and I was like, you know what, that you're right. I might be wilding on that portion, although that joint looked like it was staged. But
it was right after the collard greens thing, though, so that's why it got traction after the collard greens thing. So
it resurfaced.
So it all looks like pandering at that point.
But at the end of the day, what matters is her policies, and what matters is
exactly.
Even though she's pandering to black folk, you know, like who is she really, and like as a person of character that's there, because we got her, and then we got the ultimate liar, the ultimate deceiver, the ultimate like
panderer.
The guy
who made gold
horrible,
sneakers.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
hey, black people, you'll love these gold sneakers, right?
He was
like
come on.
He was
my man is pandering too.
King panderer.
My man was about to do a plan for black people called the Platinum Plan. Like, come on, like we are like,
come on,
man. Come on. You real here?
Little pimp.
I mean, he was very likable on Andrew Schultz's podcast recently. He was on Andrew Schultz's podcast. He was very likable guy.
Are you flipping here?
I'm just saying he's a charming person, bro. That's not my fault.
Yeah, let's continue. I'm getting all these notifications about this Penguin episode that released tonight and Emmy talks, and leave me alone. Let's go.
And you wouldn't want to see it. You wouldn't want to be a part of that fucking group.
Speed it up.
You wouldn't. You know what I mean? Be like, why is she in the front? That makes no fucking sense. This woman, to me, is not qualified to run, a Dunkin' Donuts or a 7-Eleven, let alone the corporation that we call United States of America. People want to act like Trump is the worst motherfucker in the world, but guess what? He was already president, and all this shit you're talking about didn't happen. He didn't make himself a dictator, and this whole shit about he's going to make himself a dictator is really taken so out of context that it's ridiculous. He said he'd make himself a dictator on the first day, to implement some shit, and then, but that was, trust me, said tongue in cheek. It was not said seriously.
Stop it real quick.
Y'all already.
I just want real quick, and we go right to it. I just want to say, taking a shot and saying she can't run a Dunkin' Donuts is insane when she has a law degree and you were just a retired rapper. Second thing, not even like the best rapper in your group, like Sadat X is better than you. Maybe you can't run a Dunkin' Donuts. The other thing, right, that is happening here is, so when we say we worried about Trump's second term, is because he laid out the foundation for it to be a significantly different environment. The judicial system in place now is way different that he appointed the Supreme Court than it was when he was first there. If you can't see that, I can't explain it for you. What's understood don't need to be said. And if you don't understand it, it ain't for you, dogs, and you probably shouldn't really be talking about it. But we keep going.
Already living in Project 2024. Okay, you worried about Project 2025 when they already ran Project 2020 on you with the scandemic and all that fucking bullshit. Like, what the fuck are y'all really even talking about? Y'all trying to act like scare me into thinking that he's so bad that I should just vote for this broad just because. But guess what? I feel that she's so bad. She's the one that scares me.
This is your brain when you're struggling to focus.
Yeah,
this is your brain when you're in the zone.
So I feel that she's so bad that guess what? I might just go around and vote for Trump. And this is my first time saying this out loud. But y'all motherfuckers think you're going to shame somebody or bully a nigga into voting for this bitch? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And now you're going to make me be Mr. Anti. You keep coming at me with this bullshit. You keep coming at me talking about, oh, it's a shame that you're not supporting a black woman. She's not black. She's Indian. She ain't black. Fuck out of here. They're gonna, listen, I don't give a trust me, the sentiment on the street in the real world is a lot of people are not with this woman. They see right through her. And they're trying to blame it on black men, but no, I see a lot of black.
That's why Obama had to say what he said, because that part that he's saying is not, that one's not a lie. And it's not just black men. Latino men are not really supporting Kamala Harris like that.
Yeah.
Men are not like, I don't know what it is about men. Men are not ready for like women.
You know,
to be
and
successful.
it's like shocking to me, like how deeply rooted this whole thing is, where men really just can't picture a woman leading. You know what I mean? Like they just have this stereotypical perception of this person because she's a female. And it's just sick. If a woman could go and fight for your country and die, she can be president. She could go fight for you, Lord Jamar. I don't see him going to war for anything, but she can go to war for you, to protect you and your country. That's it, but she's not fit to run anything. And the thing is, best believe it's not just Kamala. He would be saying this about any woman. Any woman. Look at how he refers to, like, I ain't voting for that B. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, he called her a B.
I feel like and to your point, I feel like there's we're all talking about like we got to get out of this mindset of like how men view women, like how the world, or at least Americans, view women. It's almost as if they're the object, they're a thing. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's a lot of Lord Jamar and his peers view the opposite sex. It's kind of like, you don't know what you're talking about. You're emotional, which means that you lead with your emotions, and that you can't control them, and you can't make any decisions. It's really horrible how we look at that. But that's why they're able to call the B words just off the bat like that. You know
It's
what I
like
mean?
Melissa said, dudes are stuck in a time when women have very few rights. Women are capable, quite possibly even more so. Our brains and emotional intelligence develop faster than men's. Science has proven that. Like,
talk that talk. Yeah, 100%.
Also, the steak sandwich says, bro is Terrence Howard adjacent when it comes to black pseudo intellectuals. So I do feel like I gotta let y'all know he is a flat earther. He thinks the earth is flat. He doesn't understand Lord Jamar.
Oh, come on. Stop.
He doesn't understand how he thinks gravity is not a real thing. He doesn't understand how gravity can hold water, but fishes can still swim to the top.
Oh man, yo, if there was ever an example of our education system failing an individual, like this is.
But let us continue.
Right here.
Black women that are not fucking with her neither. Okay? Like, we see what is going on. Listen, they kept her in the background this whole time for a reason. They knew they was going to do this. That's why her whole vice president, you didn't hear about Kamala Harris doing nothing, saying nothing. Anything that she did was on the low. But here's what the things she did on the low. She just made the deciding vote that helped put us in the fucking inflation and shit that we're in right now. This economic crisis that we're in right now, she did that. Specifically, had the swaying vote. And
you see, this is why I don't like to talk about politics, because I don't want to look like Lord Jamar. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's the thing. Like, yeah, I feel like I should know, but even if I do know, I don't want to really talk about that stuff, because I'm gonna end up looking like this guy. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
you know, when he says that she voted on inflation, it reminds me of that meme. I don't know if y'all seen the reel where the guy, he's talking to bootleg Kevin. He's like, yeah, I could have went to college. I got a scholarship, but I turned it down. They was trying to give me 5 million, 15 million, something like that. He like,
yo, I remember that.
What? Like, you never.
Who in their right mind sits down For what bill is there? Like, oh, like who's for inflation? Me. Let me vote for it. You know what I mean? Like that's why I don't talk about. Like, yo, if I don't know what I'm talking about, I'm gonna look like Lord Jamar, bro. Like, I don't want. No way, bro. No way, bro. Anti brain cells.
Definitely anti-brain cells. All in favor for inflation? Say aye.
I, Kamala.
Tiebreaker vote, Kamala Harris.
Right.
We need a filibuster for this.
So this is one of those things, you know. Something I watched today is actually I shared this guy with y'all on IG that I was looking through his things. He's like an ex-Trump supporter. I found it very fascinating. And one of the things he said in one of his captions was humility is being willing to, you know, still, what is it? Being willing to still learn, something like that. You know, that's true. That's the purest form of humility. And that's the thing, like allowing yourself to learn and be educated, and admit when you're wrong. Those are not qualities that I see in Lord Jamar and a lot of his peers, you know?
Yeah, and I do think we could wrap this up because I think this interview is basically this for the next 10 minutes, right? Like there's nothing else in there that he says is.
Well, there was one thing that the earring thing.
Oh, yeah, but I mean, that was just conspiracy theory.
Okay.
I didn't like that. I thought that was so stupid. To just not to keep you in the dark, he talks about how she was getting fed information during the debate through the earring because later on there's like a video or something you can see where she's getting cooking instructions through the earring. And it's just, bro, this is peak conspiracy theory. Like,
yeah,
why are you, to Kyle's point, I never want to look like that.
You know what's crazy and what's so sick about it is that what is it Reuters?
Yeah, it's Reuters.
Yeah.
Reuters. They fact check it, and they fact check it actually earlier this month, like 2 weeks ago. It's the in-ear monitor. It's not an audio earring that like, you know, like a common thing that people use at these type of events and stuff, like it like just a regular. That's what they're pointing to. But this dude apparently made a video like, oh, it's the earring. The earring is a secret. You know, they're giving her the answers in her ear. Like, this is sick, dude.
He thought the earpiece was an earring,
basically, and he thought it was a secret.
Also, I'll be real with you. I don't really like him repping Brooklyn like that because he ain't really from Brooklyn. He from New Rochelle, like.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? We should do that to him. If you want to say she not black, then you're not Brooklyn.
Yeah, I don't care how long you lived out here.
Yeah,
but you know, we go into the Orlando Anderson. Orlando Anderson is crazy. That's the guy who killed Tupac. We get to Orlando Brown, Jaguar, right?
Wait, is that confirmed? That's the guy who killed Tupac?
My bad, allegedly.
You better stop.
He's dead.
Oh, all right.
Oh, you don't want to be here for Jaguar, right? Huh? Guys, this next video.
I'll be here.
This next video, if you found the last video frustrating, this next video is going to be equally as frustrating in a very different way. I don't know what to make of this video, but let me lay the foundation here for y'all. Amidst the Diddy rumors, not the rumors, the Diddy accusations, and the video that came out with Cassie and all the federal indictment stuff, Jaguar Wright and Orlando Brown have been celebrated because they have been saying things about the industry for years. Orlando Brown, you know, famously said that Diddy gave him that Oshkosh 3000, right? Listen, they are having their moment in the light right now, both of them. So somebody was like, let's put them in the room together and just record whatever happens. And that is the best way to explain this video that you're about to watch. It is Jaguar Wright, who is out to expose everybody in the industry, and Orlando Brown, who says the craziest things, but people believe is truths in those crazy things. That's it. That's all I got for this.
I wanna make love to you.
Love to you.
Hey, hold on. Baby, there ain't really much to say.
Baby, there ain't really
I wanna make
nothing
love
else
to
to say.
you.
Love to you. Oh,
Think about you every single day. I wanna make love to your body, baby. Won't you do me like that? 'Cause I love it when you do me that way, yeah. And when I come say, ooh, got my head all screwed. Look at the expression on your
You know. Can you pause it? Pause it right now. Just pause that part. Yo, they thought they did that. They thought they did something, bro. Like, they really thought that they collaborated just now. Like, they really thought something good came out of that, boy. Like, they had a fire intro on their hands with that.
I swear to you, that is literally what happens when all my mental illnesses come in the room together.
Depression, anxiety.
When I get high, I see ghosts.
You sung that like the nausea, heartburn, indigestion, depression, anxiety, schizophrenia.
It gets way better than this. It just gets way better than that.
All right, you can get
Dang, man.
You guys haven't seen this, right?
No.
No, I haven't. I don't think so.
Oh, clear out the next 56 minutes, yeah.
Hold on.
I'm eating my wings as I watch it.
This is tripping me up, dude.
What?
All right, you know what? Hold on, I'm gonna. If I leave here, because I can't listen to this like this, I'm gonna leave here and I'm gonna go on Google Chrome. All right.
Why don't you log in on another device with a headphone so that you can hear it through there?
So essentially, watch it separately.
Oh, then you wouldn't hear us, right? Never mind. That was a bad idea.
I mean, I technically would, but I could just do this. Hold on.
Thank you for staying with us, ladies and gentlemen. I promise you this video is worth it. There are things said in this video that I just... How's he going to play it if he's gone? What kind of wings you got, yo?
That lemon pepper, baby.
From where?
Lucky Wing.
I like me some lemon pepper. I ain't gonna hold you. I do enjoy lemon pepper.
Can you hear me?
I wanted to get the mild drink, but
the mic is the wrong mic. But yeah.
Yeah, that's the only bad part about this. But at least I'll be able to hear this.
Okay, that's cool.
All right.
It ain't real life. Just a real life street stars. You know what time it is.
Oh, you're not gonna skip it? You like that?
Me and you talked about going into the studio.
Yeah. No. You wanted me to do the video thing.
Yeah, but I want to be in the studio with you.
Okay.
I actually watch footage of you in the studio.
Oh, you like that?
Oh no. I like that authentic.
Oh, okay.
Authentic never gets old.
Yeah.
Ever. It doesn't age. It only gets finer with time. I love the artistry in you. I want to hear more of you.
Yeah, you paid for some lady's rent.
What?
And she was like, yo, Orlando, yo, if you ever get how is Jaguar right? And I'm like, she all right, she cool, what's up? She like, yo, you tell her she paid $400 for me when I ain't had nothing on my rent. and you tell her I hope she all right. And that's kind of that's the cool.
That's dope. That's dope of Jaguar right to do that, right? But where are these two people that they run it into the same person that needed $400 for rent? Where are we? What are our settings like? Where are we at?
I feel like he's spitting from the dome, my guy.
Oh, you don't think this is real?
Nope.
I don't think this video was
words
real.
in the air as he's talking. Do you see his face right now? He's looking at the words.
Okay, let's keep going.
He's got an earpiece.
He's got an earpiece.
Cool stuff.
Lord Jamal's
that
talking
I
to
know
him.
about you. I know about you on the heart of the street when it come down to the people.
I am the street.
You know what I mean? And it's hard for people to acquire a lot of respect on that level if you're not doing the mileage with your feet.
Yeah.
And that you've done. And so I want to just commend you on that, because all of the people that actually ask me about you, excuse me, they always bring up something that you've done for them or that you did or said. And it's kind of cool, Mom. I think it's the dopest shit in the world.
Mom.
Well, what I will say to you
Don't call
is
me mom.
watching you here for the first time. I always appreciated you. I always saw your genius. But your brilliance you hide. Because you got something in you
I
that's
always
so
saw you
special.
genius, but you're brilliant.
Yeah, I have a disease. It's called God. You know,
That part.
I can't sit at certain tables because I have God on me. I can't talk to certain people because I have God on me. I can't be around certain things because I have God on me. I can't eat certain things because I have God on me. I can't see certain people or I can't hug certain people because I have God on me. I can't even go out and look into the stars, and I can't even say, hey, you know what? That's this is that, that's this, and this is that for tonight. Because I got God on me, and I can't sit at certain tables because they can't share the same food. I don't even like it. I got God on me. I got a disease. It's called God.
I love it.
Pause.
Now I have another question I have to ask you.
I ain't gonna hold you. If he did not do the stars in the sky thing, I would have said that was a bar. The whole thing, front to back, that was a bar. I liked it. I can't be in certain people's vicinity because I got God on me. Can't shake your hand. I can't eat at your table. The star thing, maybe it went over my head.
No,
we went
downhill.
This is that, and that is this, and this is that, because I got God on me.
Yeah, maybe I'm bugging. It didn't make sense when Kyle said it either. So like,
and I know he's a sane human being. So this is crazy. Did you hear him? You saw him start shaking like Creflo Dollar. This is crazy.
It was a ball though. It was a ball. I liked it.
At first, I would have been with you.
You said something to me upstairs. You said I was Jay-Z.
Yeah, well, you know.
I want to know. Under the secret Dakota ring.
It's two things. It's two things, you know. A lot of people don't even know that Tupac is Diddy and Diddy is Jay-Z. And you're the same person all in one. So they have to be careful with how they want to play with Janet Jackson. So it's
and don't play with Janet Jackson.
Wait, what is happening right now?
I knew you all would be confused because I had to watch this alone.
What is happening right now, bro? What did I just hear?
You told me I was Jay-Z. See, what they don't know is that Tupac was Diddy, and Diddy is Jay-Z, and you Jay-Z, you know, 3.
And don't play with Janet Jackson. What?
And she's going along with it.
Yo, I'm so glad I'm eating my wings and watching this. This is great.
I think they both a little crazy. I ain't gonna hold you. I think both of them are.
At all.
You know, oh, you're just Reedy. Stop it.
That's what I love about you. The journey. No. It's like I do breadcrumb, but you do micro breadcrumb trail. And I watch you tie the energies of people together and try to get people to look and say, this is no different than this. This is no different than this. This is no different than this. You connect the dots.
Well, the only thing that you do that turns me into a great thinker is it puts me into perspective on a spaceship to where I'm like, wow, okay, music. If I want to know something about music, damn, I fuck with you. Now, if you thinking about a 5-year-old kid that's been doing Major Pain, all this stuff, and been like, you know, just basically watching, and you stay out of this room, you stay out of that room, that's me. There is no comparison. There's only Jesus and Mary Magdalene.
Got it. So, question. If I were to challenge you,
I don't know what just happened.
Wait, just to answer.
I lost it. Hold on.
Let me answer Melissa. That is Orlando from That's So Raven. Jaguar Wright was a signed artist. I don't remember what label she's in, but if you were to go to Google and type in Jaguar Wright music, you'll see a bunch of some of her records got like 600,000 views, and it was from like the early 2000s. So like she was an established artist.
So I for a second there when she was like, you tie the energies of people together, I was like, okay, maybe he's doing like comparisons. Maybe I'm bugging and he's actually a genius. I gotta listen. Let me listen closer and follow along. And
that's the worst thing you could do.
Oh my gosh.
The worst thing you do, my God. This is Orlando Brown we talking about.
Yo, at some point I drifted off and I said I don't know where I was.
But because you're not Jesus and you're not Mary Magdalene, that's what the problem
is. You're not on a spaceship. You understand? Like, this is crazy.
Right now, artist to artist, and I sang something because you ended with a 16.
I let you sing and I sing.
All right, come on. Because
Ladies
see,
first.
this is how we really gonna get to
Ladies first. And you only get about a cool, like, let's get a minute or something. No, we
That's
ain't
This was the intro,
we
right?
ain't singing no whole songs and shit.
Verse and a hook
Man,
is
come on, my
fine.
nigga. We ain't doing all that.
I wrote this in jail,
All right, come on.
praying
Whoa.
for you. So
What?
You have me in the palm of your hand. You have me in the palm of your hand. And I'm slipping like quicksand. I'm slipping like quicksand from you, man. You, man. Love can be so easy. Love can be so good.
The fact that she actually sounds
Love
good.
can be so simple. Just like true love should. But you don't kiss me, baby. And I don't speak your name. Caught in a rhapsody. Yet can't find the melody.
Replace your windows and doors now and don't pay anything for a year
You gotta
during
pay
renewal
for
by
a master's
Anderson's.
Come on.
You and you.
Oh, she held that note.
Okay.
Oh, that was hot. It was fire.
I want to make love.
Come
on. Yeah. All right. Okay. I want to make love to you. Yeah. Baby, there ain't really much to say. I want to make love to you. Whoa. Think about you every single day. I want to make love to your body, baby. Won't you do me naughty? Cause I like it when you do me that way. Yeah. And when you come and say, ooh, got my hair all screwed up, look at the expression on your face. Yeah. You turn me on, won't you take me to your home? The smell of my cologne got you pulling out your phone. I know that you got me, yeah. I know this Versace, yeah. I know you smell Versace. I know these watch me, yeah.
Come on.
Ain't gotta rush, ain't gotta fight. I'll be yours all night. Baby, I'm gonna blow you through the roof. And you know I'm telling you the truth. I wanna make love to you.
Love to you.
Say, hold on. Baby, there ain't really much to say.
Baby, there ain't really
I wanna make
nothing
love
else to
to
say.
you.
Love to you. Oh,
Think about you every single day. I wanna make love to your body, baby.
Well, this is over. Stop it.
I love it when you do me that way.
What happened?
When this is over, stop it.
All right.
And when I come and say, ooh, got my hair all screwed. Look at the expression on your face.
Okay. Now that I have context to that, and that was off the top of his head, that was kind of fire, yeah.
So yeah, that was.
I gotta walk that one back.
Yeah.
That was kind of ill.
Yeah. See, the thing is, yeah,
I'll
absolutely.
take you home. You gonna smell my cologne? Pull out your phone.
Yeah.
Come on,
Blow you through the
Martin.
roof. Yeah.
Martin.
That was kind of dope. I'll give him that. Like, he took a break from the wings.
No, I ate all my wings, bro.
Boy, that was a fire, bro, off the top.
Yo, I don't know what's going on with y'all right now.
Off the top, bro. He said, you see me in Versace, you smell me, it's Versace. Come on, son. You get it? Versace the clothes, Versace the cologne, son.
Yeah. Versace me out of this, please.
Nah, I'll give him that. That I personally will give them that. I thought that was
What are y'all really giving it? Yo, I'm really flabbergasted, right? What are y'all really giving them?
You don't think that they held a good melody just now? That off the top, like that's pretty good. Yo, Kyle, you too much of a stickler, man. You are
this podcast
I gotta be honest.
Tonight,
music snob.
I gotta be real.
Goodbye.
Like, I gotta be honest with you, man. You my friend, so I can only be honest with you, man. I think you more of a singing snob than you are like a lyrical snob.
Yes. Yes. Absolutely he is. Yes.
Like you hear
He's willing to he'll give a trash rapper like some leeway, but a singer that's doing his thing but not on point key or whatever.
Nah, for real. He'll hear a run and then he'll be like, that was like a semitone off beat, bro. Like that was like it was in the wrong key a little bit at the ninth note. You know, the ninth note, it was off key.
Did you
went into a G flat? It should have been.
I'm sorry. I mean, like, yeah, I agree with y'all 100%. I'm a singing snob for real. I'm not afraid to admit it. But y'all weren't impressed with. I just don't get it. It's not computing. Maybe I'm too much of a snob. You
about to hate me. That was almost as good as like when Tank makes a record on his podcast.
All right.
I went too far. Right? Come back. I'm sorry. I take it back.
I want to make love to you.
I take it back.
That's not gonna be in my mind now. I tell you what, they crazy, but that's not gonna be in my head. Yo, and here's the thing: crazy people are usually excellent artists. Come on, look at the three of us.
It's true.
Know?
Yeah, I see.
We've got many screws loose.
I see ghosts.
But
I see ghosts when I get high.
All right. Okay, we're gonna continue now.
Yeah, let's do that. Kyle,
One word. One word. Torture.
So what?
I said one word. Torture.
Wait. Mama, I don't know. Wait, Mama. Wait. What did we just do?
We did what we do. And that's what I love. It's the resilience of it all. No matter what the is, that's what's real. That's what we do it all for. And that's what you generate. And that's what I love about you.
Yo, you know, the only person that I miss in this industry, and the good thing is, you know, they've been trying to talk about giving movies and stuff like that, you know, and all that stuff. Like, you know, it's another sister acting like, hey, but Whoopi Goldberg is amazing. And I mean, how do you feel about how they're trying to dog her career? Like, honestly.
I mean, I feel like it's the old black tax, as the brown paper bag Negroes would say.
Oh,
that old black
the good
tax.
old Sambo.
Okay. And it's odd because nobody is giving credence to the fact that the only steady factor on The View, other than Barbara, is Whoopi. Everyone else, somewhere in the fray, even Joy. It's Whoopi.
He not listening.
Shows that
He
line.
not.
Look,
He
keep
took
forgetting how
pause.
brilliant she is.
We don't have to move. We don't have to move.
He thinking about the next crazy thing he gonna say. That's just how he not listening. Look at him. He just like, where can I go to left field with this one? And like, dude, the thing about it is that that's a legitimate question. That's a real thing. They, if you have been paying attention, they do try to like legitimize or delegitimize Whoopi's opinion. Like that really happens. These are real topics. And they started off and like I'd be like on board because what Jaguar Wright said is true. One of the most consistent opinions in The View, aside from Barbara, is Whoopi.
Yeah,
and that's real. And then they gonna go in this. I don't remember this interview, although I didn't memorize it. But I'm gonna assume that they're gonna go into a soliloquy of crazy now. So like it all gets.
That's usually what happens with like what is a conversation between two people that are ill mentally. They just dip into this and then they get loosened for a couple minutes and then
they get loosened. They get loosened.
They get loosened and then right back down.
Let's see if this thing ends.
Here it comes. Speaking real, because they're gonna hear it on camera. Yeah, because they're gonna hear it on camera when y'all start moving and shit. It's the real, you know, it's like $300,000 cameras and like
Amen.
$1,000 mics and shit. Yo, y'all moving when niggas start talking. Hey, so what was you saying, Mom?
I was saying that Whoopi Goldberg is totally undervalued and underrated overall.
Mm-hmm. And what do you feel about that? The whole, well, you brought up my brother. You brought up Jermaine. You know, we know him as Jay-Z. What do you feel about Jermaine as a whole, as Jay-Z running the?
I feel like I wish I had met him.
Wait. What?
Just for everybody who's confused, Jay-Z's real name is Sean.
Right.
Sean Corey Combs. Just
Combs or Carter?
Oh, my fault, Carter. My fault.
My God,
Sean Combs is a whole nother individual.
No, you're right. I'm Orlando Brown.
But according to Orlando Brown, they might be the same thing. Diddy is Jay-Z.
The God had 3 in 1. Diddy Sean.
What do you feel about Jermaine as a whole, as Jay-Z running?
Yo, why is he keep calling?
I feel like I wish I had met him, and I wish I never met him at all.
At the same time, right? You talking about Jermaine or you talking about Jay-Z?
I'm talking about all of it. Every character. You know, what I find most interesting is
Wait, is Jermaine an alter ego? They don't even give any context here. Like, if you're gonna go on this crazy journey, give me I'll just ride the boat with you. But you ain't giving me nothing to follow you. I don't got none of them micro.
Jaguar is literally the sane one in this conversation. Like she is in it. She's focused on this, and your man's like, yeah, at the same time, right?
She said, I
wish
wish
I never met him. I wish I never met him at all. Yeah, at the same time, right?
No, I gotta.
Yo, that's crazy.
As Jay-Z running the
I feel like I wish I had met him. And I wish I never met him at all.
at the same time, right? You talking about Jermaine or you talking about Jay-Z?
I'm talking about all of it.
Same
Every character. You know, what I find most interesting is that nobody is watching the evolution of a crab, a soft shell crab, jumping from one skeleton to the next.
Yeah, but you know, Reby never wanted this for the Jackson family. You know, my mother, you know, Catherine never ever thought that it would be cool for Reby to even think that she would have to deal with these battles. And the battles is that's what I'm talking about. We are the Jacksons.
Mm-hmm. I see where you go.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
No,
Stop
you don't at
it.
all. Nobody see what he talking about.
Yo, he said, yo, my man went from Whoopi to Jay-Z to the Jackson 5.
To Jermaine, Cole is out there somewhere. Like, why is he bringing my name into this?
I feel like this is the same desired effects if we did shrooms. I feel like if we all did shrooms, we'd be in the same state of mind right now.
I feel like Jaguar Wright is also with us. Like we're in Jaguar Wright's mind right now. Like what are you talking about? You know what?
Look,
we're all.
Did you hear that last thing she just whispered? Hold on, look.
I see where you going with it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I see where you go.
See, and we
You saw the look. She looked to the side. Look at her eyes. Look at her eyes.
I see where you go.
See, and we stand on a certain.
She said, "I see where you're going."
Like, nah, I don't. But you know what?
He said, "I just told this man I love him." Oh,
you know what? This is the perfect example.
But you know what? This is for the clicks, for the money.
Now this is the
like
perfect
my man
example.
Jermaine said.
If you ever commit a crime and you try to plead insanity, this is why they could tell if you faking it or not. Jaguar Wright would be faking it. Orlando Brown is like
this is authentically him.
He's gone. It's over. This is guy complete insanity anytime in his life.
Certain platform that doesn't sit well with the American people.
Mm-hmm.
Why are there?
This is a real conversation.
Why are there the same presidential candidates and not different ones?
Now go back.
You know, I mean,
Spin balls.
Why doesn't sit well with the American people?
Mm-hmm.
Why are there?
This is a real conversation.
Why are there the same presidential candidates and not different ones? You know, I mean, even though we still have a black woman running for president, that's still Farrakhan.
Right?
Okay.
People are upset
What are we
with
doing?
me
What are
about
we doing with
my
what are we doing with
Kamala
that?
thing.
What are we doing
People
with
are
the fact
upset
that
with me.
Farrakhan is actually running for
I
president?
hear what you're saying, but I
Wait,
have.
What?
She said,
I hear what you're saying.
Yo, I never thought I'll see the day that Jaguar Wright is stumped.
She's out crazy.
My son came through. He was like, "Oh, you think you the ace? Watch."
You
got
think this is the
nothing
Clash
on
of the
my.
Titans? Boy, this ain't even the Thriller in Manila. I'm out here winning this.
I'm Muhammad Ali.
I'm the Mike Tyson of this. You just watch. Yo,
I'm gonna get you.
A bigger problem with dealing the fact, like the whole
Actually, guys,
John Legend thing.
If you think about it, Kamala Farrakhan.
What is that?
I don't know. What problem with dealing the fact, like the whole John Legend thing.
What is that?
I don't know.
What
Is it
even
Botox
is
or not? It's very Guy Smiley, very Sesame Street.
You don't like it?
But not the Botox, not the fillers.
Why
no.
not?
Because how do you sing? We're just ordinary people.
How do we go from Farrakhan to Botox?
Wait.
That's what I'm talking about. He can't open his mouth.
Yo, Orlando Brown had a moment of clarity just now. he said, wait, hold on. My high just wore off. How did we get here?
Jaguar always say, yo, I got something for you.
Yeah,
you want to play?
she's
You want to play crazy? I can play crazy too.
He said, "How we go from Farrakhan to Botox?"
Just drop my Blue Eyes White Dragon on you, son. Watch this.
Anymore. He can't even blink.
So what are we doing with this? Are you talking about his Botox?
No, I'm talking about art.
So
Art
what about
being
his mouth? No, you
can't move your mouth when you got all that. Did you see his last interview?
No.
He barely blinked while he was reading the teleprompter. You didn't even watch the interview.
I don't watch him.
I ain't mad at you.
I never watch him.
I ain't mad at you.
I never watch him, Mom. I never
because you brought up Kamala.
watch them.
And
I never do.
You brought up Kamala, and John Legend did a whole PSA on social media telling people to be nice to the Haitians. That Kamala brought. Yeah, but he had the feelings in, and it.
Oh,
and
that's what she was saying. Oh, okay. That was what that was. Okay, amazing.
She is
amazing.
She can sing
right here, Mom. Right here.
Salute.
It's great.
So
it's great. What the f are we doing here? I mean,
what we're doing here is we're doing here.
It's great. What the f are we doing here? I mean,
what we're doing here is we're doing here.
Okay, so listen. This is the best thing. I want to ask you one question. How do you feel about me talking about Little Bow Wow's pussy?
I
gotta go get a drink. I think we should all take a break. I think we should all take a break.
That's what we got to do.
No. Hold on. Kyle, just don't.
I should be watching The Penguin right now.
Kyle, ignore this. Ignore what I'm about to say. It's not impressive when they go, yeah, like that's not hard, y'all. That wasn't hard. Yeah, like come on, son. That was creative.
Dog, it was insanity. It was the slip of insanity, and I can't follow this. I have to hear this again. Because the way he says this, the emphasis.
But we gonna keep
I want to ask.
Huh?
We gonna keep going?
I want to hear this part again.
You one question. How do you feel about me talking about Little Bow Wow's pussy?
I think that transparency is important. And I think that you have never, I don't know if I've ever heard him call you a liar.
He's never, and he will never do that because his pussy's bomb. And he knows it.
You know what though?
He just got on stage. No, listen to me. He just got on stage and he was just, I want to thank you. Boo, boo, boo,
okay.
boo, 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 boo. And even Jermaine Dupri was like, yo, my nigga.
Picture this. You're sitting at home alone watching YouTube videos, wondering why you can't find the motivation to do the things you need.
You seen that Bow Wow that happened last night? Yo, check this out. And he's like, I want to thank you. And they're like, I want to, and I was like, oh my God. Bow Wow, they're not worried about your pussy.
Wow.
It was like 100,000 people out there not worried about his pussy.
We need to end
You want to
this
know
now.
what's interesting?
But
I felt the
what's
same way
interesting
about
is,
Usher's
but no, listen, let me
stand-in.
finish. If
Nobody liked him
now,
either.
listen to me. Now, this is what's funny. Now, the same 100,000 people that was in the audience, if I would have jumped on stage and said, now, you know what's up with Bow Wow's pussy, they would have been like, oh my God, he got bomb pussy. That's just like, okay, so they asked me about.
How are you guys not enjoying this? I'm confused. I'm genuinely confused. This is almost at 1 million views. This is the greatest piece of content that came out this week. This is the best piece of content. Why are you putting it away? Bring it back.
I'm trying to see the views. 916,000 in 2 days. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Hold up, I gotta read some comments.
It is the greatest thing I've ever watched in my life.
Jaguar realized that Orlando is crazier than her is hilarious. Who came straight to the comments to see if someone decoded the conversation? I don't know why I'm doing this, but I'm gonna go on ahead, buckle up, and press play. Hey, look, Kyle, I didn't realize he could sing like that. That was an amazing duet. I'm gonna watch this sober, then high to see which one makes sense. 15 to finish in the interview. I can't believe no one is. I can't be the only one.
Did you just have an Orlando Brown moment? Here? A good
26 minutes in, I need a PowerPoint, a family tree, and a smoke break. Hold on, I gotta see this. This is a paragraph. Jaguar did so good in this interview with Orlando Brown. She had awesome patience, good adaptability to his ideas and perspectives. She was also an awesome listener. She could be his therapist. She was really not unhinged. She's just passionate when she tells her stories about what she's been through and witnessed. No, she's crazy too.
I vote we keep watching. I think this is for our mental health. I think it's good to laugh.
All right. How much more?
There's a lot more.
Whatever your heart desires.
I'm slowly beginning to feel a little weird about it, but continue.
I'm actually having a great time.
I've had a really bad week. This is brightening it up.
All right, let's go a little more.
Nick Cannon, he's like, okay, Orlando. Yes, let's get wet. That's just like, okay, so they asked me
What?
about Nick Cannon. He's like, okay, Orlando. Yes, let's get wet.
Okay.
I said, hey.
Come on, let's get wet. Let's get wet.
Let's get wet. I said,
Okay. Come on, take it off.
I said, wait a minute now. Okay. Now, when it came down to it, they said, wait, Orlando. This is at least about $500. I'm not going to just do it.
$500.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I'm like, so Orlando.
I had a bitch that worked for me that cost about that. And
no, you didn't. Stop it. So listen. So they was like, you just threw me off, Auntie Pam.
Oh, my bad.
Thinking.
I was trying not to, Auntie Pam.
I'm thinking a different day.
Damn it, Pamela.
They said I had 10 million.
Where was I going?
Pussy's last thing I heard.
Bow Wow, and then but where was I going? I was going to something else.
You was going to Nick Cannon.
Now Nick Cannon just now hit me up through a friend. He was like, "Why don't you come on through? To the Wild and Out?" And I'm like,
"Hey, that would be great.
Nah,
they could use talent."
So what I look like going to show up to Nick Cannon, and then I get on stage. You know what I'm saying? And it's not gonna be what it is unless you pay me for what it is.
For that part.
All right, cool. So
I mean, it's not like you're trans.
You just hired. No. Hold on. You just hired. What's the nigga's name? Kevin Gates, and then the other nigga.
Mm-hmm. That's
not funny. You're going down. You don't even own Wild and Out. You only own Wildin'.
This is where he's lucid.
And when it
this
comes,
is where he's sober.
And then when it come down to it, if you really want me to jump down, I'm like, yo, my nigga, like I'm in the city, bro. I'm out here, nigga. My baby mama put the brace on a nigga. My wife put the brace on a nigga, bro. The police, everybody know I'm out here, nigga. I'm a bad boy, nigga. You don't know Orlando Brown is in Arizona? Oh, okay. All right, cool. Fine then, nigga. Okay. So then, all right, cool, right?
Right.
So then now we out here. And we in Arizona, and I'm like, all right,
part?
well, we in Mesa, we in Tempe.
Oh, Mesa's fabulous.
Tempe,
I love
all
Tempe.
that. But they hit me with this like, why don't you come down to with me on this Nick Cannon? And I'm like, The first time I step on stage and they give me a mic, Jaguar, and I look at him and say, Nick, they're going to say, be sucking dick. And I can't.
That rhymes.
Well, you know.
Bars. Bars.
No. Nick be sucking dick. No. Nick be sucking dick. Nick.
How are you not entertained? How are you not entertained right now?
Oh, you saw his hips. You just. What is happening?
He waddled. You wanted the penguin? You got the penguin. I got a question. Before
gave
everybody,
them a platform.
I got a question. Before everybody gets all concerned and sympathetic, is there a possibility Orlando Brown might be faking it?
There's a video out that's recent that he's on somebody's podcast, and the host was say, "Oh, you're a little sharper than you usually are in other shows." He was like, "Well, you're gonna get what you pay for when it comes to me." That's what he said. So if you get $500, $500 Orlando Brown is different from $50K Orlando Brown.
So he might be playing up.
That was
well.
the assumption. And actually that's literally the most straightforward I ever heard him. So who knows? He's probably telling the truth.
Gotta find that interview.
I gotta find that, yeah.
In the meantime, no. Press play real quick.
And I can't do that because I love Nick. And Nick don't be just sucking on no dick. Nick don't be just sucking on dick. Nick, no, you can't be just like, oh, no, Nick be sucking dick. But they gonna be thinking that because I said Nick be sucking dick and I'm gonna get on there. He know that's about like 300 bands and I'm gonna get up there and Nick be sucking dick. It's gonna be all the wilding out. Nick be sucking dick. Nick, I can't just get on stage. Nick,
They will chant it. They will chant it.
You want to know what's funny?
I can decipher that.
Nick be sucking dick. You gotta stop
What's
it.
really
Hello, what did
funny
Kyle
is
say?
nobody's figured out your.
You understood that? What?
What he's saying there. He's saying that he's going to be able to make Nick Cannon's show more palatable. It'll be greater. It'll be funnier when he gets on stage.
But yeah, he's saying that. But he's saying the problem is people going to believe what he says. So he's going to get
and
up
he's going to
there,
believe. Yeah, and
he's going to say Nick be sucking, but Nick don't be sucking. But he just said it for the. Yeah, I think Kyle's right.
Like that's
All right.
like you got to give me $300K for that because I'm gonna level up your
The
show.
only thing is they might believe the crazy thing I say.
This is crazy, bro.
Yeah, just so you know, I feel like that's probably one of the most coherent things he said.
And I didn't grab that.
Jaguar.
At Vistaprint, we print your brand on everything so
Oh,
your
look, she
customers
said-
can notice you, remember you.
She said they haven't figured out your Jaguar right.
Huh?
That's what she said to him just now. They haven't figured out your Jaguar right.
You gotta stop
What's
it.
really funny is nobody's figured out your Jaguar right.
The funny thing about that part is I am. Bitch.
He about to say something real though. He about to say something real stuff right now.
I am actually her. And then they're gonna be like, "Oh my god, we knew it was her. We knew it was her. We knew it was her." Yes,
Clones.
Clones. 1 + 2 + 3 + 4.
So, real quick, can we ask Diddy?
Orlando, just chill out. Hold on one second. What?
Diddy's arrested.
Whoosh gosh, whoosh
Yeah, let's
wash.
Orlando, what does that mean to you, Jaguar? What does that mean to you? Because again,
Well, I'm Orlando.
Okay,
and he's now Jaguar.
Right, so
Okay, so what?
let's talk. Niggas arrested.
Okay, so what? Okay, so basically, what's going on is you're talking about my friend still, and then you're still talking about her, and then nobody can act like the elephant in the room is not going to be talked about. Like, you know what I mean? Like, my nigga didn't do. It's two different ditties. You have Jaleel White. Yo, bro, you definitely have Jaleel White, but Kim Porter is the real Puff.
What?
Y'all don't be listening, but I hear.
But she said that first. But she said that first though. When she said Kim Porter was the real Puff, nobody's listening. Nobody's hearing it. Or like, that's not my business. My business is little Hollywood stuff. Orlando's business is little Hollywood.
This is
stuff.
real. What he's about to say.
Jaguar's business is what she's been through in the music game, what she's been through on the high levels of the music game, what people want to do and what people see inside of the music game. That's what she's been through. That's what my mother has been through. I've only been through the television aspect of what people can do if you allow them to.
Pause that.
It's
Pause
two
that.
different levels.
He's basically saying, now mind you, he's going. This whole interview has been bonkers, but at minute 23 and 27 seconds, he poses this very interesting argument that what happens in the music industry and what happens in Hollywood are two very different experiences for an actor versus an artist. So when the entertainment industry and the music industry is more, there's more victimization going on. You have less of a choice of the deranged and diabolical things that are happening. You being victimized in the music industry. Whereas in Hollywood, you only getting done to you what you allow to get done to you. And before we go, well, you know, he's bugging. If we just look at Harvey Weinstein, right? And we look at what was proposed that he did. What was it that he was proposed that he did? Well, if you wanted to get a movie done, or if you want to be an actor, you got to sleep with him. He's not making you sleep with him. That's on the table. People only do to you what you allow them to do in the movie in Hollywood. Now, what is Diddy being accused of? Diddy is being accused of blackmailing people against their will. So this is two very different environments. Now, I don't know if this is a case of a broken clock is right 2 times a day again. I don't know. Or is he talking at a higher frequency for us through the crate? Like you got to put the medicine in the candy. I don't know, man.
I think
catch
that's the charm of Jaguar, right? And Orlando Brown is like, you really don't know if they're crazy or if they are really speaking in a language that we don't know. Because sometimes it makes sense, or sometimes we try to make it make sense in our heads, and it's like, yo, what? And they say funny stuff in between all of that we don't get. But then he'll say something profound like this that sounds crazy, but when you really think about it, it's like, whoa, like, is he really telling the truth right now? So, and I feel like that's the same kind of thing that you get with Kanye. Like with Kanye, he says certain things and then all of it sounds crazy, and then he says that one thing that's not. And it's like, yo, is he trying to play us? What's going on?
Right.
So
has everything he said been not crazy? Yeah.
It's just that Jaguar Wright and Orlando Brown are, I don't know what's happening in this chemistry of sorts, but you know, it's just, I don't know if they're all trying to out crazy one another, and Orlando Brown is like, you cannot out crazy me. And maybe that's why he's wilding out the way he's wilding out right now. It's like this is my wheelhouse. Crazy is my wheelhouse, and you're not going to out crazy me. I don't care what you say.
It's true. He did it with Charleston White.
The only thing that I like not the only thing, but just a second ago he was talking to like I guess the producer behind the scenes or whatever, like, you know, like you're pointing out something that is the elephant in the room, but if you say that, then it's kind of indirectly involving her. Like he did something like that that I didn't follow. That also seemed kind of like very grounded.
I didn't get that. I didn't get that part.
Yeah,
because they was
but
asking about Diddy getting arrested, and then he said, "Well, that's my friend. That's the elephant in the room." But then he called Diddy Jaleel White and Kim Porter, so I didn't follow all
yeah.
that.
Oh
There was a
yeah,
lot of
yeah. I
stuff going on
forgot.
there.
I forgot Jaleel White and Kim Porter. There's Jaleel, this Kim Porter Diddy. I don't.
What does that number mean to you?
It means thank God that I'm allowed to come out of her pussy. No disrespect.
None taken.
Could be worse.
Do you see? Do you
Could've
see
been
though?
Tasha K.
Do you see how he throws away the whole point? Like he'll make
Yeah.
the point is there, and then he'll be like, "What is it? What are you trying to say?" And then he says that, and that whole point is now out the window.
So, so
I'm your man, baby.
I know it. And don't I know it? Oh, don't I show it? God damn it.
So Jag, again,
Jamie Foxx, don't you show that punk ass smile that I love so much.
Let's not.
You see that smile?
wait. So
Jamie got that smile.
So who is the next Diddy? Meaning
Janet Jackson.
Who is the next one to go down?
Janet Jackson is
Janet.
not going down for nobody. No. But we can rest all them niggas booty holes with Janet Jackson. She got all that food, that boy pussy.
Yeah.
All that boy pussy. I told you, this is just Rebe.
Hey, listen.
Janet has gotten away with a lot. My wife, hey, Janet, I know you let me get away with a lot, baby. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to put no glasses on, baby. You know what I'm saying? I love you. You know what I'm saying? But thanks for letting me fly. You know what I'm saying? Be that guy. You know what I mean? Don't ask me why. You know what I mean? Open my eyes. Ooh, yeah, baby. Let me take a ride real quick over this way to this camera. Like, I love you, Janet Jackson.
Orlando, hold on, wait. Tito just passed. Come on, man. You got it. Come on.
Who just passed, my brother?
Tito Jackson. Yeah.
Who, Jamie Foxx? You lying to me, cuz. I'm on mama. You lying. Jamie Foxx still alive.
Tito Jackson. Tito Jackson.
You ass. Blood, Tito is Jamie Foxx. You lying, cuz. Oh,
What?
Paul, I call Snoop right now.
Yeah, the guy
You
said,
lying, nigga. You lying.
The producer said, "What?"
He said, "Nah, come on."
Yo, you know,
Orlando,
for the
Tito
people, for the people who run that show, you know, this is the longest 25 minutes they've ever had in their life.
Yeah. He said, "You lying to me, Jamie Foxx." He said,
He
"Tito
said,
is
"No,
Jamie."
Tito
Oh,
Jamie.
He said, "Tito is Jamie."
Foxx. What?
Paru, I call Snoop.
Yeah. Dog. What is happening?
I would
And Snoop is Beyonce. You know what?
Call Snoop right now.
On that one right now. I
Snoop
don't
is
know.
Beyonce.
What's the message for those victims out there, if you don't mind me asking?
Ain't no
why you
victim
asking him
unless
that?
she got in your booty hole. If Jaguar Wright you in your ass, you are a superstar right now. That means that you're Usher.
That would be Vlad.
Remember you said you broke that boy booty hole?
That would be Vlad.
Yeah, no, you broke his booty
No,
hole.
because Vlad,
No, you said no. You know how
Vlad
to
been
do it.
on my
You
dick
went,
so
no, you went
tough.
through the aspects of
No,
how
I'm
his
talking
booty
about the
works.
Vlad. I'm talking
No,
about
I'm
Vlad.
talking about how you.
He
out of
came
that
out
boy.
my ass
You
and
shit out
sucked
of
your
Usher.
penis.
You took that boy.
That's how thirsty that nigga is.
Why you?
I swear to God, he was like, I ain't never.
Hey man, I don't know nothing.
Give it to me. Give
Hey,
it to me,
bitch,
baby.
wait,
Give it to me, baby.
Wait a minute.
Hold on.
What is happening?
I gotta
What
add
is
context.
happening
I gotta
right
add
now?
context. She's talking about DJ Vlad. DJ Vlad recently did an interview with TK Kirkland, maybe. I forget with who. And he calls Jaguar Wright a liar. He says people that Jaguar Wright has lied on him or something, or he knows firsthand accounts of Jaguar Wright being a liar and lying about stuff. So she's saying right now that DJ Vlad was just on her, and she was so far up her, what she said that's what she was saying there. That was hyperbole. I'm watching my language, man. I thought I did a good job there. I censored it, edited myself.
Nah, you did. That shit was hilarious. So, what is happening? I am so confused now.
I just
See, that's what I'm
explained
talking
to
about. And then you be lying to people. See,
I ain't lying to nobody.
Okay, so why-
Vlad just offered to suck your dick. Why you lying? Just yesterday. Only yesterday. He said he got the oosh gosh whoosh wash. He said he got it.
with me.
I lied to you not. It's an easy day.
So what's up? How much?
I'm telling you, that's a whole ass nigga.
Yo, I don't know how to practice.
And that Jewish pussy.
How was they partying in 74?
Primo.
They fine. You don't know how to do it in 74.
I put you on. I got his email
You
address.
don't know how to party in 64.
It's on YouTube.
You didn't party in 64.
So can I
I don't
ask?
know how y'all been partying in 64.
God damn it.
Y'all asked for this.
Hey, do y'all?
Oh man, yo, that guy's over it.
My God, I want to quit my job right now.
Hey, this got to be what it feels like to be like a para at like the wildest schools in the world, bro.
Yes. Yeah.
I believe anyone else was having P. Diddy type parties in Hollywood. Does that happen on a
I
regular?
don't know how I've been partying in 64.
Oh.
Oh my gosh. What is this? Sorry, everyone.
Party gonna stay pop.
What he said.
So let me
Yo,
ask,
so wait, hold on, wait. Wait, hold on. So let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
You was telling me you was gonna have this cool party about the pancakes.
Yeah,
and the
I
daughter.
went to jail.
Yeah, and I
got locked up.
And they wouldn't let me.
I got locked up.
And they won't let you.
No, they let me out. The man put the money down, and then he came and got me, and then we get married.
So okay.
I swear to God,
So
every
what
time
happens
I
to the
get locked
birthday
up,
party? The
well,
party.
it's going to happen
Yeah, the
next
birthday
year.
party.
It's going to happen next
We
year.
need the birthday party.
It ain't going to happen this year. It's going to
We
happen
need a
next
Jaguar
year.
Wright birthday party.
Listen to me. We gonna get that when I'm not getting arrested.
Yeah. But you're not arrested right now.
No, not right. So what you want? You want a party?
We need a Jaguar.
You want a Jaguar party?
Within 2 days.
This is the after party. After the party is the I'll say anyway. But my point is, we being messy. But
Yeah.
Messy.
Yeah.
You know what though? We've earned the right. You've earned the right.
You've earned the right. Yeah.
You've
have
earned the right to be a little messy kid. You've definitely earned the right.
Yeah.
And I think even in the midst of all of this, wow, me and you just getting to know each other.
So how does it feel being Whitney Houston and not even having no?
It's a dead gig.
That's how you feel about your life?
No, being Whitney Houston, it's a dead
Like
gig.
how you feel about being my mom as Whitney Houston, you feel like you a dead gig?
What?
As your mom.
As Whitney Houston, as Katherine Jackson.
No.
As my mother.
I'm Miley Cyrus.
Yeah, well, if you want to choose a soul, that's cool. But I'm telling you, like, as my mother, you feel like a dead gig is that?
No, I'm saying that the Whitney Houston gig is
You're
a dead
Whitney
gig.
Houston and no one cares? Is what...
Nobody is Whitney Houston anymore. Whitney Houston is a DVD. Whitney Houston is a stream.
That's how they
Whitney
treat you?
Houston is not a spirit. Whitney Houston isn't even acknowledged for who she is.
That's how they treat you?
That's how they treat it.
That's how they treat you.
That's how they treat us all.
What is happening?
Insurance policies.
What?
Congratulations to them not cashing yours.
For you not letting them kill me? That's cool.
No. For you daring to live when they tried to.
Yeah, well, you know, Janet is on my ass. You know, I can't do too much. Janet is, I'm about to marry Janet Jackson. The world don't even know.
That would be the best thing in the world you could do.
Yeah,
Can we turn this off?
We need a lot more of you in a lot of places that you know.
Yeah, that's cool, but
Yo, that was such a string of utter gobbledygook. That
I
gotta give y'all credit. We went farther than I thought we would. I thought one of y'all would have called their quits 20 minutes ago.
Martin did call it quits 20 minutes
I am
ago.
proud of y'all. This was great.
I
really wish
called the quiz 20 minutes ago. I did.
I wish we could have went the
majority
full
rules, I guess.
I wish we could have went the full stream, but I could see when we are overwhelmed. I can see it. We have been it's been too much.
You saw this in one sitting?
Oh
This
yeah,
whole thing?
I loved it. I love stuff like this. This is just like I'm fascinated by this.
No, I am too, but I can't sit here. I can't do this in one sitting.
Like
It's
right
too much
now,
in one sitting.
I'm
It's
hanging
like a
on the
little
word.
baby
I would
album.
love to know what he's about to say. It looked like he about to say something mad interesting.
Let's see.
But it's only gonna come from me standing next to somebody like my wife, not my new wife, but my wife and my new wife.
See,
I'm married to Madonna right now.
See,
you know, there's a guy that said he was married to her. I think he's in jail. I think she's free.
You see, you can pause it now. But you see what I mean? Did you see that coming? Yeah, he was gonna tell y'all he's married to Madonna. I love it. I love it.
Yeah, she's really keeping step too. She's like, I got you. I'm Miley Cyrus.
No. She couldn't though. That was when she was getting out rapped. She was getting out rapped crazy. She tried to say, I Miley say, he said, you could pick a soul, but you Whitney Houston, you my mother. She didn't know what to do. She was like, I got hit. I'm tangoing with a master. Kyle, what makes you uncomfortable about this interview video collaboration thing?
Man, first I found it funny, but I don't know. Just not a fan of like that stuff. I feel like I keep in house, not really public, because I kind of don't want to spread that. There's a lot of stuff that's happening with Black people, and I just don't want to perpetuate things like that. And the more I started laughing, the more I felt like a contradiction of it. Like it's kind of against what I feel that needs to be put out. And it's literally like I felt like a contradiction right now because earlier I was telling you about that. I felt like a lot of the reasons why people don't show a lot of love to like albums like KOD or Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers is like Black men finding themselves and understanding that they're more than just what the streets are telling them they are and there's different things like that. But those things get downplayed, and but what was being overly perpetuated is the drug, selling drugs, doing drugs, living this fast life, or whatever the case may be. And
where does Orlando land there?
Huh?
Where does Orlando land there?
It's definitely a negative. It's definitely a negative, in my opinion. It's definitely something that is like, we're perpetuating that more often than we're perpetuating anything that shows Black people outside of who they can really be. So I don't know. That's just my opinion on it.
Yeah, I'm gonna push back on that just only because I feel like so when the Diddy thing came about, mind you, Orlando Brown, he's been doing this forever, right? Before the Diddy allegations, before any of that, it was a few years ago, 2-3 years ago, maybe 2 years ago. He did the Bow Wow thing. He was on Vlad, I think he was. He might have been on All the Dialogue. He was on one of those shows where he talked about Bow Wow. That's what that callback to is in that video, the Bow Wow stuff, where he said he had whatever experience with Bow Wow. The Oshkosh 3000 with Diddy, also an interview from before. So when the Diddy stuff happens, these especially these two, especially Orlando Brown and Jaguar Wright, everybody comes out, and goes, wait a minute, what do they got to say about this? Because they've been saying about this before. So I just felt like it was a very interesting video that made no sense. And maybe, we talked about Orlando Brown and Jaguar Wright the last pod before they collaborated. And I said we could rewind here, and I said people are believing him, but I don't believe him. And I know you also said you wasn't believing him.
Right.
You also said that, and I feel like this interview,
I remember that now.
It's a great exposition as to why maybe we shouldn't listen to Orlando Brown, specifically Orlando Brown. I feel like Jaguar Wright ain't really do nothing out of pocket this interview. I actually agree with that comment that says she was very patient with him. What I learned in this interview is that Jaguar Wright actually is very emotionally intelligent. Very emotionally intelligent, and she was able to navigate through that conversation really well. I don't think Jaguar Wright is crazy at all now. I do think she tried to play up to the crazy with Orlando, got beat because Orlando is a master at this. I can't call it either way for Orlando. I'm on the fence. I'm 50-50. Like I said, he says some things sometimes that make a lot of sense, but then he'll throw it out the window. And sometimes people with mental health issues do that. So he might have mental health issues, or he might just be playing. You might just get what Orlando you want that gets a million views. So I don't know.
It's
But
also
I just
that
wanted
what
to push back on that. And yeah.
it's also that like what he is when he does say something that makes sense, it's somewhat profound. Like, you know what I mean? Like somewhat. Now I'm not saying crazy profound, but it's somewhat like, oh wow. You know, it catches you like, and then he like, you know, head first into an empty pool right after that, you know, like so
Yeah, there were 3 points that was made here that was real, right? The first point was Jaguar kind of made it, but Orlando threw it up in the air for her, which is how do you feel about how they doing Whoopi? Which is a real thing that's happening right now. They are trying to delegitimize Whoopi Goldberg. And I forget what it is that Whoopi Goldberg said recently that they tried to delegitimize her for, but it was something that wasn't that crazy. It was just something that they didn't want her to say. You know what I mean? But that was a real thing that they was doing, and then they threw that out the window though. But that was a real thing. And then the Nick Cannon that Kyle pointed out is real, right? That's a real sentiment. I could get on your show, and if you pay for what you pay, I could say what I say, and I get the views up, but then they might believe what I say. That was a real thought. That makes sense if you line it out. And then the parallels between the two entertainment industries, the music industry and the acting industry. I think those are 2 valid points. That don't mean he don't got mental health issues. I feel like I did watch a man with mental health issues.
Yeah.
So I get where y'all coming from. I guess it's more so. I don't know. I don't really know how to explain it. All right. Have you ever been in a workplace amongst people, amongst white people, and it's you and another person of color, and that person of color may raise their hand and say something that is crazy, off the wall, wild, and you felt embarrassment because you and that person are of the same culture and same thing, and it's like, man, I really wish that person didn't say it. Like, have you ever been in that kind of scenario before?
So I might have been on the opposite end of that one time. I got pulled over to the side, and somebody had told me, I don't remember what I did. I did something that was, I know I was wrong. It was out of character, and I was wrong for it. I might have balked on a professor or something like that. Like it was just out of character. And then the other person of color pulled me to the side. They happened to be a black person, but they the way they framed it was like, yo, you're gonna be for some of these people here, because we went to a commuter school in the city, but a lot of people they commuted from Long Island or from Westchester or whatever. They're like, yo, for a lot of the people here, you're gonna be the only Spanish person that these people interact with. And you just like lived up to every stereotype. You know what I'm saying? So I've been that person. The opposite end is I don't really get that from people because I feel like no one really represents me. even if it's someone who looks like me, we could be from the same countries, bro. There's this dude who is Central American and Caribbean. He's specifically Guyanese. But where I'm Salvadorian, he's Honduran. But we're like bordering countries. And he don't represent me. And that's as close as we gonna get that you could get to two people. You know what I'm saying? But I don't really get that for people. But I get what you're saying because I've seen it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
And
just
I've had
feel
people
like
like me on it.
I just feel that it's not just the embarrassment, but it's like it's like kind of like we have a due diligence to make sure that we're the best that we can be, not because it's just the right thing to do, but because we're black, because I'm a black man. The other person is a black man. We have to step up and make sure that we're making the right decisions in those different things. So how is that connected to Orlando Brown? Well, I feel like he's a black man like me, and he got obvious mental issues. He got obvious mental situations that's going on and needs help. And I feel like me laughing at that and perpetuating that on screen here live on YouTube, it kind of perpetuates and brings up that I'm accepting and indulging in that kind of behavior. So to me, I feel like I have to make better decisions as I navigate through the world of entertainment, as I'm doing the podcast. Like I have to make better decisions for myself. Like to be like, I can't be a part of that because I don't believe in that. And I think what that man needs is help, if that makes sense. The thing that Jaguar Wright needs is help. We shouldn't believe them. What we should be doing is like, who in your camp is really out here helping you with that situation, so you can better yourself. So I don't know, and I'm not saying that just for show. Like we always got to step up and be better. But I just feel like it's more prevalent for us in a lot of ways. And I'm feeling that now more than ever, and even in my new job where it's very corporate. Like I try to watch the words that I say more often.
I mean, I get where you're coming from. I didn't see it like that, but I understand what you're saying. And then when
and it could be a reach. It could just be comedy. Comedy is comedy. I could like get more advice from other people that are black that look like me, and I could be, yo, Kyle, you reaching or whatever, and I'm like, oh, maybe I am, but I
was gonna say, there is some historical context for what you're talking about, right? Like when we get to the minstrel shows in this country, a lot of that was the characters that were played, that were depicted to be black, that were played by white people mostly. Those characters were what's the word I'm looking for? Incoherent, oftentimes incoherent, could come off as loony. So yeah, I didn't think about it until you just said it. I'm still gonna watch this interview and laugh because that's exactly the energy that Orlando Brown is coming in with. But that's me. I could be wrong. But I understand what you're saying is his historical context for what you're saying. I do recognize that there is a part of the world, specifically, white Americans, who are going to watch that and laugh at it. But I also don't feel like white people are watching that specific video. Not now, at least. I think that million view count that is mostly people of color. I don't really think Orlando Brown and Jaguar Wright on white people's radar right now. So I think
we say that, and she was on Piers Morgan. So, and that's majority white people there. So I don't know. It might have increased since the time she was at Piers Morgan.
Maybe,
Like,
but I
who's
mean,
who's this black woman?
that
And now that brings up, but
that specific conversation for you to sit through, I do think you got to be somewhat familiar with the culture. So if you're a white person going through that video, you would have to have like some relationship to the culture. Like you have to be like one of those white people that keep tabs on the culture, you know what I'm saying? Or you gonna be lost in the sauce. There's a lot of references there you're not gonna get. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna know that he's talking about Michael Jackson's mom. You know what I'm saying? Like he says her name. Like you're not gonna get that. There's a bunch of stuff in there. The Ordinary People, where they start saying Ordinary People. Unless you know John Legend and Ordinary People. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And a lot of white people do. A lot of white people know John Legend, but a lot of white people don't. I'm just saying.
Yeah. I just think that
I do get where you're coming from though.
Yeah, I just it's the decision, and I'm not talking about y'all. The decision for me to sit down and watch that, it means that it feels as though, and it's something I got to sift through maybe after the podcast, but it feels like it's something that I'm complicit in. Like I should have been more like, hey man, can we really like stop watching this? Because I don't want to perpetuate this stereotype, or I don't want to perpetuate, like, I don't want to keep sharing this and people get the wrong message. So yeah, I think that is, that's why I was out fighting. Like, should I let this keep going and keep watching it, or should I stop it or whatever? Like, it was just a lot of it was just going through my head a lot of the time. So, but don't mean to be a party pooper. Just something.
Let me ask you.
That's my perspective.
Let me ask you a question though. We're not gonna watch. Like, we're done. Like, it's done. So this isn't me arguing for us to watch it. This is just a question. So why couldn't we continue watching it, right? And you still have your position, and when we pause to break, you be like, "Nah, I'm not feeling this. It's not funny. I feel like they need to get help." And then, you would like me and Joe have all our reaction. I'm almost positive me and Joe are not gonna keep laughing if you're not laughing. But I'm just the hypothetical is why cut it off at the midpoint? And it's your podcast too. Like, if you don't want to watch it, you don't have to. Like, that's cool. I'm only asking for the, if it's already a video that's on a platform way bigger than ours, but people have already seen it. There's 13,000 comments. Why not still react to it and have your genuine reaction? Because I do think, believe it or not, like I said, I feel like the content we make, whether we have eyes on us or we don't have eyes on us, is still solid content. I do think there is something important here, and we start in the video, and you laughing, and then whatever minutes go by, you gradually not feeling it, and you asking us to stop. Which, by the way, I didn't know you were serious. I thought it was just like a stop. This is crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And then you legitimately going, I don't want to do this no more. I think that is it's a journey. We just went through a journey with you, where you went from, the outlandish things they say in the beginning are funny, and in the beginning it was kind of light. It was they just sang together, they did a little duet. You know what I'm saying? They said Diddy is Tupac, Tupac is, you know what I'm saying? It was light stuff, and then it keeps going, it keeps going, it keeps going, and you're like, oh, there's no redeeming qualities from this interview or this whatever, what is it, a collaboration piece. There's no redeeming values. It's only to make them look foolish. And you went through that moment. I do think there is some value in that. And now I think our reaction video to this piece is going to be unique in that sense. And it's going to be authentic and real. Again, I'm not saying we should keep watching this video. I guess I'm asking for future content. If you would be against sitting there and watching stuff that you don't really like.
Man, I feel like that's a very loaded question, or not loaded, but a very complex question with a lot of pieces to answers. I'll say this. I think that actually I really don't know how to answer. I guess the best way to put it is I would much rather I'd much rather us not looking and laughing. Me not laughing and y'all laughing. Like me allowing that is also something that's something that comes into my mind that's problematic as well. I can't stop y'all guys from laughing what y'all laughing at and whatever the case may be, but me not laughing and saying this is wrong while y'all laugh, like y'all reaction is this is funny, this is entertaining. It also gives me it also does a disservice to Black people as well, because and I'm not trying to cause no friction or problems, but you and Joe, although y'all people of color, y'all not Black. Y'all laughing at that.
I got it.
While I'm okay with while I'm like that, just me. That's just synonymous to me being complicit to it as well in my head. And like I said, like that's something that I gotta go back. Like that's part one of that. Like I just feel like there's so much to unpack in that as well.
Look, I wasn't trying to like win an argument. I genuinely just wanted to answer, and that makes sense. The optics of you just sitting in like on, and like I said that earlier. I said I really doubt that me and Joe would keep laughing if you was upset about it, or not like upset about it, but if you was like, guys, this isn't really that funny. I really doubt that me and Joe would still be whatever and just keep laughing.
I would shut it off.
But yeah, but I guess I was asking for like why we couldn't have. That's just, but that makes sense. It's almost like the Andrew Schultz thing that happened with where he had those two podcasters and he made like jokes about
that is actually a very great
Yeah,
example.
so I get it.
Example. I'm with that. Thank you for even sharing that example.
Like I said, I think this was actually, unfortunately, you had to go through that and go.
It's more so I went through it and I laughed, and then I was like, the more I laughed about it, more I'm like, this doesn't feel right. Like,
but
this don't feel too good.
I do think this is one of those magical moments on this podcast where it's like, you know how we talk about strong opinions and strong points. I mean, you got to you got to win in real time, and you just like, you know what I'm saying? I don't see. Granted, this piece of content has only been on the web for 2 days, but I have seen people write about it. I haven't seen anyone have your take.
Yeah,
and I haven't seen everyone reach your take in real time. This is not how I expected this reaction video to go.
Yeah,
but I do think it's important. Editing this is going to be hard.
It will be.
I'll let Kano handle this one.
But I do like it, and I do appreciate you being honest and being real with us.
Yeah, I do apologize if we were too blind to see something like that. You know what I mean? And not hearing you and responding and stopping it and seeing it as more of a joke.
It's not. It's all good. Like Kano said, it was something that came about in real time for me. Like I just wasn't like. I thought Orlando Brown and Jaguar Wright, that's hilarious. That's funny. And then the more I started watching it, the more uncomfortable I felt. I was like, yo, I don't know who else is on this joint, but like if they see me laughing and it's like it's that word being complicit and being okay with it, they're laughing at it. They think it's cool. It just breeds to more of like, yo, this is not what I want. This is not what I want to be perpetuated because it's already enough being perpetuated about my people. So it's like so and the more I thought about it, I was like, yeah, this ain't it. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, to be frank, I'd rather be like, I don't know, like Abbott Elementary with Quincy Brunson and how she's perpetuating how crazy the school system is, and stuff like that, and her being a young Black woman trying to make change within the education system and different things like that. It's funny, it's hilarious, but that's something that I would love to perpetuate. You know what I mean? Or like stuff that
So we should have went with Adam. What you say? We should have went with Adam.
I'm just saying that is an example of such, but I definitely don't want to pull out an Andrew Schultz situation, and it's just like, yeah, that would be crazy. But I feel like that is something Andrew Schultz would be, and like, oh my gosh, look out, and just being okay with it is just don't sit right with me. But
I don't get how Charlemagne continues to work with him.
Oh yeah, we didn't talk about his Trump interview. It's too late, I guess, but yeah. That was the nail in the coffin for me, for him, where it was like, man, you really are conservative media at this point. And then I watched the interview. I don't know if you guys watched the interview, but I watched it, and it was it just was for a guy who has a lot of political takes. It just was like he was like babysitting him, He was really nice, real buddy. There was no challenging, and it was like, oh, you're a Republican, and Akash Singh too. Akash Singh was like, I'm a moderate, and I'm watching it like, no, you're not. No, you're not. Dude, there was a point. I know we got to wrap this up, but there was a point where they asked him about, rich people's kids usually have resentments towards the rich parents. Like, why are your kids like so loyal to you, so good to you? And he answers it. And he was like, I got great kids. And he talks about his dad and whatever. He answered it. It was a good answer. I ain't gonna lie to you. It was a good answer. But that was fun. They could have just left it like that. Akash Singh goes, oh, guys, hold on. Not to cut you off. But I just want to say that we asked you about your why your kids what you did to raise your kids so well. And all you did was talk about your kids and how great they are and your dad and how you learned from him. And I think that's an amazing answer. I was like, wow. Wow. I have a few words in my mind that I can't say on this podcast, but wow. I think the kids will call it glazing.
Yeah.
I was very disappointed. I went to the Reddit. I checked the Flagrant Reddit. A lot of people were disappointed there, except the Trumpers, obviously. They was like, what else did you expect? He was being honest. They were talking about the real problems in America. And then everybody else was like, what is Schultz doing, bro? This is crazy. This is softballs. This is the worst podcast ever. And then the Brilliant Idiots Reddit was like even worse. They were like, man, that was awful. That was awful.
So that brings me to that question. Is like, where does Charlemagne fit in all this? Is he complicit then? You know what I mean? Do we go that far with saying
he's
that?
playing the field? He's playing the field. Breakfast Club.
Well,
he's a liberal. When he's with Andrew Schultz, he's probably a little moderate, or he'll do a little tit for tat with Andrew Schultz.
I'll be honest with y'all. I listen to a lot of hip hop, so I got my hip hop knowledge. I also listen to a lot of Brilliant Idiots in my time, so I got a lot of Brilliant Idiots knowledge. So around the time that the hurricane that hit Puerto Rico, the one where Trump was throwing toilet papers around,
Puerto Rico.
That's the one. Around the time that hurricane happened, the Brilliant Idiots had an episode. and Schultze was bugging out. He was talking crazy about the politicians in Puerto Rico and how they were responding to everything. Because remember back then, there was already criticism on how Trump's administration was responding to the hurricane very early on, within the first weeks.
I remember that.
And he was deflecting and he was saying that it was the Puerto Rican government or whatever, almost as if he didn't know that Puerto Rico was a commonwealth. But I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt because he grew up in New York. It was bad. It was bad. And you could go back and listen to it. And it sounded like Charlemagne was tired of him. Like on that podcast, you could hear Charlemagne's contempt for him. He was like, and at the time, Schultz wasn't big enough, and Schultz didn't have Flagrant. Schultz was just doing comedy, and he wasn't as big as a comedian as he was now. And you could tell that Charlemagne was like, "Yo, you were gonna ruin my career. Like, I'm trying to do something. I'm trying to write a book. I'm gonna launch a black podcast network. Like, you were." He didn't say all that, but that was what the energy he had. Fast forward though, Schultz kind of became almost as big as Charlemagne, if not bigger. Schultz got Charlemagne on Joe Rogan. You know, I think we could say now Schultz is bigger, right? Maybe not. Charlemagne interviewed Biden. Charlemagne interviewed Kamala Harris. Maybe not bigger, but maybe as big. Like, he can't hurt his career now. So I think that's the relationship is mutually beneficial for both of them to be around each other.
But then, does that
talking to the mic?
Oh, I'm sorry. Then does that make him less? Charlemagne is someone, you know, like does that make him, you know, less authentic?
I don't think so, because he checks them. They check each other all the time when they don't agree with each other.
I feel like it's like that. What's that podcast you watch where there's the liberal and the Republican, and they have like different. What's it called? Boiling something.
Breaking Points. Yeah,
that joint is
Breaking
trash.
I don't know why you feel that way.
Because they're not really different opinions. They're both populists. It's like the populist podcast. Just one is a conservative populist and the other one's a liberal populist. And it's just like populist propaganda from every angle.
Okay.
They're both anti-establishment.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think that's wrong.
You're not getting a fair view. You're getting two populist views from two different intersections of populism.
Nah, but we got all the establishment we need. We don't have this type of perspective given a platform.
My bad.
In my opinion. I'm not saying they're great. You know, their takes have irritated me recently on certain things.
I just think if your messages we give you the real news, maybe give us the real news. Like, it's still, if yours is unbiased, no, it's not. Yours is as biased as like a Fox or MSNBC.
I don't know if I could say that.
I feel like it's a little. Well, I never saw an episode of Breaking Points, but what I would assume it'd be like. Let's say Trump, is Kamala and Trump, and we all know and we all agree that Trump doesn't seem like that he has a policy. So then, but then the Republican side was like, well, actually, there is a policy that Trump has, and then we didn't realize that they had a policy. So you get the full picture of both sides. Like, Kamala has all of these policies, while Trump has all of these policies, and we didn't realize that they had it because both parties like, oh yeah, that's true. And then they're probably agreeing, and they may disagree on the policies, but they agree with the fact that there are policies and that's happening. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're checking each other as they go along.
I gotta be real with y'all though. Sagar got like this little know-it-all snobbish attitude to him.
He does.
That I just can't stand. I just want to slap him sometimes.
No, he does. He does. He definitely has this type of arrogance. But the thing is that he's willing, and I've heard it plenty of times. That's why I feel confident, like in this type of independent media with them. Again, they're not perfect, and their opinions and biases do come into play. Um, but the thing is that he's willing to call out the people on the right that do things that hurt them. He's willing to give props to the people on the left, you know. So it's I feel like it's much better in that sense. But yeah, he does have like a snobbish attitude. I do agree, you know.
Well, let's land this plane.
Yeah, those last 10 minutes was the most Can't Focus esque that the podcast has been in a while.
And like we said, this is the Can't Focus podcast. We focus on everything and nothing at the same time. I go by the name of Alive. You can find me at Alive Raps.
It's your boy Kano at Kano Music.
And it's your boy Martin Hopeful. You can find me at Martin Hopeful. And also shout outs to those who were in the chat. I know Melissa seems like she was in here for the long haul. Thank you so much, Melissa. Emmanuel, Trudy Smith. Interesting.
I hope that we hit those like buttons, hit the subscribe button,
a little bell
icon, the little bell. Click on the all notifications so you get these notifications. And if you're not getting these notifications, then do what Melissa did: unsubscribe, then resubscribe, and hit the notification bell for all of those.
Can't shadow ban me. Nah.
And for the 5 of y'all rocking with us right now at 12:30, it's 12:30 in the morning. Oh my gosh. Another night of no sleep. All right, we thank y'all so much. We appreciate y'all so much. Drop some comments if you're watching this later on. And yeah, once again, it's Can't Focus Podcast. We want to thank y'all so much for taking the time to focus on us. Peace.
Peace.
You didn't do it, Jay. You didn't. No, I mean it's over now.
Do it again. Do it again. Do it again. Do it.
I gotta say the whole thing.
No, end it then.
No, fine.
End it.
He sounds Italian. End it then. You want to end it? End it.
I'll get ready for Penguin.
So everyone, thank y'all so much for taking the time to focus on us. Peace. You were still late. It's all right.
Wow.
We love you.
Wow.